L, we are not trying to really shop. Sorry, I should not be trying to.
Because you're
So I
willing
won't.
to
I won't.
stay on top of it and understand how it works. That's fine.
I trust
aware.
L on that. Yeah. So I'm not going to do any shopping until you're 5. We won't have a shopping session then for me, at least till you're 5.
I'll be the first to say I don't ever take that feat because I don't really care about doing it. But all power to you if you actually want to. Just know how it works and be able to send me rulings and shit so that I can actually say, oh yes, this makes sense, or oh no, this doesn't.
Yep. It's mostly does acquiring the X gold in materials make sense where you're located. But
Right,
yeah.
and we can figure that out.
Yep, sounds good. All right, you can do the recap. Alex is the stream on.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so where we last left off, and you're all gonna help me fill in the blanks too, in case I miss anything here. You went to the old chapel. You did a bit of investigating. You discovered that. Hold on, there's a fly. Just the audacity. You discovered I guess like a little box. Like I want to say like a foot locker, but like very clearly a personal box of belongings. That belonged to Klein Murrick. And inside this box was a note, essentially blackmailing the Count, presumably. It was just essentially saying, I know your secret, this, that, the other thing. I'm going to tell everyone your secret unless you pay me. And then there was a metal medallion with the yellow sign on it that had the engravings. It had HL on it, HL4, which who could that be? Besides that, Lucas touched a star stele. And by touching a star stele and rolling high enough on
above a 30. I think he rolled like a 31 or 32.
Rolling high enough on your knowledge, you were able to divine exactly how to use them as well as their complete history. So yeah, you know that the star steles can open portals between steles. You know they can send messages between the two of them. You also know there's a third one somewhere. And you know that only a flying polyp can destroy it?
Like once a year.
Specific attack, yeah.
Once a year, I like a special moon with a special attack.
It's like basically a yearly ritual, essentially, right? Like good luck type of thing. Let's see. Am I missing anything else?
Rutov's. We started with Rutov going to his.
Yes, you went to your family home. Your family home was deserted, along with a bunch of other homes nearby, and it's been somewhat concluded by Meg anyway, somewhat stayed by Meg anyway, that's where the disappearances started happening, and it seems like it's working its way through town. So most of the homes over by Farmers Square and the eastern part of Thrushmore are abandoned, and the people who lived there have been disappeared. Let's see.
I also found the album indicating the time travel.
Yes, you know that you are out of time, right? You have aged somewhat rapidly compared to the world around you.
And we played with some books in the doc's house. We got an evil book. We made an evil book.
Yeah, you put together the Book of Summoning.
That we sold, right? We haggled and
sold it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And El refused to take money because he's like, I'm not getting my hands dirty with this shit.
I would have liked to have destroyed it myself, but that is fine.
You met Emin Golston, the owner and proprietor of the Stain, which is the oldest tap house in town. I think you all came to this, like, I don't want to put words in your mouths, but it sounds like you came to this conclusion or this assumption that you were mind controlled, right?
I
Like,
at least
Renor,
feel that very strongly.
Renor was mind controlled when he murdered Klein. That Aster was mind controlled when they climbed the stele and took etchings from it. Yeah. And I think the last thing of any note is...
Oh, we tried to do something with Red Destiny. I think we gleaned nothing. I could be very wrong. Like, I think we tried to figure something out about it. Am I totally off on this?
I tried to look into Red Destiny, rolled a nat 1.
That's what it
Decided
was.
I understand the sword completely. I went to sleep.
That's what
There
it
was
was.
tapping at the window. I went back to sleep.
Right,
that
we
was
tried
blasting.
to.
Actually, nope. It was tapping at the window.
I also have yellow sign on Red Destiny question mark on mine, which we learned that last vet. Okay. Also, I hired Meg to go find if there are any Haster cultists in town and let me know where they congregate and who they are.
And yeah, I think we
Wait,
came
there's the
off.
yellow sign on Red Destiny?
There is one of the runes on it is the yellow sign, yes.
And we ended, I think, with we discovered the secret, and we're gonna have Aster sneak into the manor to see if they can either see what this person saw or like.
I believe so.
figure out
Yes,
what's
I believe
going
that's exactly where we were leaving
So-
off. We were waiting until evening to do that.
Although if we could check out this one little point over here next to the manor, you know.
Which point?
No, the other point on this triangle.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
You can hang out there if you want,
Yeah.
and just until like we can hang out there while Aster goes to the manor, like as a safe
More
spot.
backup, you know. If
Yeah,
Aster
we'll
gets
just
in
hang out
trouble
there.
and things start breaking and people start screaming, you know.
So if you pull out the map and point to that spot with the triangles, we'll be like,
Yes.
okay, we can hang out there, and if we see nothing fishy, we'll just hang out there, and then Aster will go to the manor.
I have two of these pages open at once. I can. Oh, baby, this changes everything. Okay. Yeah, so let's say it's night, right? Let's say you guys were all unless there's something pressing you wanted to do during the day.
I want to find a squirrel by the old chapel and befriend them.
Didn't we say that was okay? Because you
Well,
got the
I got
you
the
bought
supplies.
Copper. You spent copper or some
Yeah,
shit on it, right?
But if
Oh, give me the necessary rolls to do such.
I
Which
feel
would
like
be
it should be animal handle, unless I have to find one.
handling.
Yeah,
Go ahead. What else did you say?
unless it's like trying to find one. But
It'll be like
a
animal.
26 with guidance.
If you want to get real in depth on this, it's going to be like,
Because you said there were a bunch of wildlife there, which is why I picked that area.
yeah, it's going to be like animal handling plus like it'd probably be like survival to find it or something like that. But I will buy animal handling to be like, I am smart enough to put the food X distance away from me and try and bring it close to me. And with a 25, I think you're able to do that.
26. Cool. I have a squirrel now.
And you put it in like its little cage that you bought.
Yep.
Like this
And I'm
wooden
gonna
cage.
later I can start training. I'll look up the rules for
It's
training tricks.
okay. I'm gonna put it like this. It's noisy, right? Like this
Ooh,
thing's
okay, yeah.
kind of angry that you put it in a box, right? Like this thing's scared. It's angry.
Then the
it's
first
stuck
trick
in
I'm
the
gonna
box.
teach it is stay, which is I gotta look at the actual one. I think it's called stay, where it's like they will follow you into danger, essentially.
Okay. Sure. So let's do. Yeah. Anyone else need to do anything before we just shift to night?
Nope.
All right. And we'll just shift to night then. So how do you want to do this? Are you going up to the manor? I guess for starters, let me get this figured out. You're going up to Iris Hill because that's where it was mentioned, right? So,
Yeah.
I think Lucas mentioned at this point, so we're gonna go here. If nothing is fishy or obviously crazy, and even if it is, we're just gonna hang out at that spot and then have Astra go to the manor/hill.
okay, that's fine. So you, how do I want to do this? Let me. All right. So let's say you're all held up in Lysandra's house, right? You're held in Lysandra's house. You're getting ready to go. You all got your stuff. You know, you're all ready to head out, try and find this other stele. Aster, you're ready to try and break into Iris Hill and investigate a little bit before you all barge in. And you're all ready to go. Give me a perception check as you're leaving the house.
Everyone or just one?
Oh, everyone. Everyone can do this.
No guidance, right? Because we don't know what's happening. Like we
Correct.
don't. Okay. And taking 10's a no-no.
Taking 10's the no-no. Cool. Aster and Aster. Aster, as everyone's walking out, but you're like you're trailing, right? You're getting your stuff together. You're making sure you have everything you need before you, so that you can properly embark here and you can properly do your job here. As everyone's leaving the house, you hear a very light, like, tapping on a window.
This time I will like catch up with the folks, stop them, and then go take a look. Like tell them I see this thing. I hear it because this time I don't think I'm imagining it.
Okay.
And we're outside the house going to investigate, or
Yeah,
inside
so
the house? Okay.
here's basically, I'm going to ping like where the tapping is coming from. It's coming from like this alleyway here in between these rows of houses. So yeah, you let everyone know?
Yep, and I'm gonna go.
Okay. If you lead everyone back there, you don't see anything. Lucas, I'm supposed to be under the interpretation that you're always trying to, like, seek psychic significance, correct?
Yes. And yeah.
Okay.
Unless I'm distracted, in which case.
Yeah.
But like if I'm researching something or reading something or from an ability or something, I'm not.
Aster's like letting you know, and Aster's making a fuss about something. I'm assuming that you're somewhat on guard.
Yeah.
You feel, or you sense, let's say, this like person-shaped form that's just kind of moving away from you. It's moving away towards, like, in between these houses, heading towards the lake.
And none of us see anything, right? It's not
Correct.
Okay.
None of you see it.
Or hear anything outside the tapping, no
Nope.
footsteps.
It was just the tapping, and now you don't see any. I'm just kind of carrying over. If you want to do another perception check, you can.
No. I don't want to like game the system. Like
you don't really see anything.
All right.
In fact, I don't know if anyone can see. No, you can roll perception. Actually, you can actually get it.
Okay. I'll roll.
Big money.
I do not.
You don't.
I'll be like, Lucas, what do you?
Something that way, and I will direct him in the direction the thing is moving and stay behind him.
The best way to describe this is like a moving fog, but it's like people shaped, right? It's person shaped.
But it's clearly wrong in some
Right.
Like
this
it's,
is not normal.
yeah. I will direct Thranor in that direction and stay behind Thranor.
I'll pull out my greatsword. And, no, I'll keep my greatsword sheathed as I follow.
Okay. So, Lucas, you're able to kind of keep pointing in the direction that it's headed, whatever it is. Thranor, you're following the best as your ability, but you obviously can't see anything.
I can't see anything.
It's a little tough. Lucas, give me highs or lows.
Lows.
Highs,
Hey,
okay.
that's a high.
This, Lucas, as quickly as you spotted it and sensed it in the first place, you lose it. You've lost track of this. You can no longer sense its presence here amongst the streets. It's almost like it faded away, like a mist or like an early morning fog. It just kind of dissipated, and you can't really make it out. It's almost as if it just kind of like faded into its surroundings. And you can no longer feel it or track it.
2 questions. Which direction was it headed last? And did it seem like it was obeying physics? Was it in the street moving, or was it like going through buildings?
Good question. It was moving through the streets.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I need to grab a post-it note. I have to mark this page.
Well, it's gone. Do you think it was leading us, warning
I'm
us,
back.
trapping us?
I don't know, but it is interested in us. All of us? No, maybe not all of us.
And it was tapping on our house? Do you think it was looking for the doctor or for us?
Unknown.
Good point. Good point. But the fact that Aster, I believe Aster told us they heard it, right? The other day.
Yes.
So the fact that it's happened this is night right now, right? So it's happened 2 nights in a row. We should be prepared for this tomorrow night.
Yeah.
It was also Astra both nights.
True.
Though.
Good point.
Oh no, it's my brain.
But yeah.
And any direction, Frank? An arrow potentially on the map?
Yeah, hold on. Let me draw something out for you.
Okay.
It was moving. I'll get it in red, I guess. Let's say. Is there like any arrow, like that can? Is there like an arrow symbol that I can make, or
People usually
You
freehand
can
it.
freehand it.
Oh,
You just click the points.
Oh no. Okay, this is fine then. I will draw a shape.
You can also polygon line.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna polygon line this, and then I'm gonna draw a really bad looking arrowhead at the end of it.
There are 2
That
here. Is that
direction.
normal?
What'd you say?
What is that? What is this one?
That was
Oh.
me. That was me
Oh,
drawing.
I was
wait,
like, okay,
that's I'm an idiot. I'm a buffoon.
Okay.
Well,
So it's towards the smokehouse.
it's towards that direction.
Okay.
I can't actually grab this without grabbing the cyan one. Which is...
What?
Look, what do you want from me?
You're right. I attached it to the cyan one. Didn't I?
It
All
can
right, here's what
die.
we're gonna do. Elle, get ready.
Yep,
Redraw.
perfect. Nope, we don't need it anymore. I know where the point is. It's at the end of the yellow line. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Let me get rid of that one. There you go.
So
It's heading that way, huh?
that was the direction it was headed in. that general direction.
Maybe tomorrow night we can try to follow it further. We'll see, I guess.
Also, if we have time, we could walk that way. But
I mean, that's the direction of the Sleepless Building and the chapel, so it could be a lot of things down that way. Or even just the lake.
Right. I feel like we should go to that point and the manor tonight, though.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff down there, whereas we have an exact point over there, pointing to the point near the chapel.
Okay. So, you turn around, and I'm going to ask. Turn around and start like walking towards Iris Hill and towards this mark, this spot on the map that Lucas has pointed out. Thranor, I'm going to ask you highs or lows.
Lows.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to move your way through town. The roads are pretty empty. I mean, you picked an opportune time to maneuver yourself about town. It seems like people are either already asleep, turning in, or lights are just going out. Right. So, you're pretty free and clear. You pass by the Stain. You notice that it's still got some of its lights on. People drinking at all hours, or at all drinking hours anyway. And you start walking up this hill. Kind of gets a little cold, right? Like a cold spot, quote unquote, as you start walking up this hill.
Like eerily cold, or it's a cold night?
Yeah, like it's like a cold spot, like a supernatural chill almost, let's say. And Lucas, you're able to point to everyone off the road to where this supposed spot should be. You have to cut aside some brush and maneuver through some trees, but you come to a clearing, and here at this clearing, you don't see a star stele. You see some more trees, but there's definitely a clearing here. And you don't see anything of note.
Aster, any sign of activity?
I can certainly take a look. Perception check, Frank?
Yeah, give it to me.
And I have night vision, remember, dark vision.
Yep.
You have full on dark vision or low light?
I think it's full on dark.
Neat.
Let me see what it says.
I think at 4 it's full on dark, right? And you're
Yeah,
at 4,
30
so-
foot dark vision plus 10 per odd level. So just 30 right now.
Okay.
Sorry, excuse me. That's just what level did I get this? It's either 30 or 40. Yeah, sorry, let me roll. I have 9, so 25.
All right, cool. I like it. Yeah, so you're looking around. Yeah. So you're looking around. There's not really much here. You do notice something a bit odd. You do notice that there's this pretty odd stone that is just kind of sitting here in the middle of this like clearing. It's got some moss on it. It's got some like overgrowth on it. And inquiring minds just gotta know. Right? So you walk up to it, in your search here, as you're
Mhm.
just ruling out all things here. You kind of push some of this brush aside, and you definitely see a stone, but of note, you notice that it has some markings on it. That there's some very clear etchings on the base of the stone, and it almost looks as if part of it has been shattered or broken. It looks like it's just been left here.
It looks like it's broken. Okay.
Yep. Like it looks like the stone was just broken, and part of it was broken off. It does look like it has a nice base, though. It looks like it was somewhat that there was something here that was crafted and fashioned to the ground here.
And how big is it? It's small, right?
It's about the same diameter as a star stele.
Oh, okay. All right. That's
Is
what
it the
I was
same
gonna ask.
material?
Kind of hard to tell, but it's definitely the same like basing, and definitely the same dimensions of the
Is
base.
there like signs of chopping or shattering or smashing, or it's like a clean?
It's
thing?
pretty clear that it was like broken in some way. Like it's got like a jagged, the top of it's pretty jagged, so it looks like it must have been broken somehow.
Okay. It wasn't sawed through and taken
Right.
away.
So this flying polyp came here, huh?
Possibly.
Well,
And Lucas, you said there were 3 steles?
yes. Well, 2 others. So 3 total.
Well,
Does it-
or maybe there's 3 left, and this one was the
That's
4th.
true. That's true. And there's no signs of this being recent at all, right? The surrounding area.
No. This is like overgrown. There's like moss. There's like
I
if
touch it.
if I was an herbalist, there'd be ancient lichen on this thing.
As Rutop goes to touch it, can I make a survival check to see if there are any like footprints or anything like in any capacity? And Alex, you can touch it too while I roll.
So you touch it, and nothing happens. You're touching a rock.
I will
Lucas,
guide
is this
myself.
magical?
Frank, is it magical?
It is not magical.
It is not
24.
magical.
Any like humanoid? I'm not looking for like
No.
a deer. You know, I'm looking
24 tells you that. 24 tells you all you need to know. This is
no one knows.
no
Okay.
one
Yeah.
comes up here.
Okay.
This is getting close to Iris Hill. This is getting close to the Lowell's estate.
And it's in the middle of the fucking woods.
It's in the
not
middle
like-
of the woods, right? It's off the beaten path. It seems like the most like your group is the most recent people to have been here, and no one's been here prior in quite a while. You have like you see no tracks, no marks outside of anything animal.
Is the writing on the base in the same runic language?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it looks like no one, no signs of any humanoid activity in God knows how long. So do we want to wait here while Aster goes and does their thing?
I'd rather wait somewhere less supernaturally inclined, but up to you all.
And as close as we can reasonably get in case Astra gets into trouble.
Yeah, I'd rather be
Yeah.
in shouting distance and sprinting distance.
Yeah, we can just get close. We can just keep going closer until, you know, as you said, we're kind of in eye shot of the manor, and then let Aster do their thing.
Let's do that.
Okay. So you guys are coming up with me to Iris Hill, or you still?
Just close-ish, close enough,
Okay.
like, well, until it's like way too close, you know, where it's like, okay, they're
Sure.
we can
It
get
would probably
spotted
be
here.
like in these woods along the road.
And
Are
then
you
we'll just-
are you going back to the streets at all?
I would say no, unless it's like this is so overgrown that we can't actually like maneuver through it or something.
I could guide you all through, no problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I don't want to like
it's
take
not
a
so
path.
overgrown that you can't get through.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'd like to stay off the road in case someone sees us or questions us or something.
Okay.
And
Like we do,
how
like, a
close are we to the road? Like, would
curved
casting
path.
light be seen, or should we just rely on
Um,
Aster's dark vision?
You're going to be passing a couple homes, and depending if somebody's
that.
awake.
No, we'll just rely on Aster's dark sight
yeah.
then to like actually get us there then, because I don't want to cast a light and have people like, why the fuck is there a group of people walking toward the manor?
Or somebody sees a light in the woods and wants to go investigate it. Although,
Exactly,
Given
so-
the current situation in town, it's more like light
They
in the
should
woods,
investigate
close
it,
the
yeah.
doors and the windows.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll just have Aster guide us then with the dark vision.
Sure. I have to.
What's the moon like?
Ooh.
Oh wait, turn order is not what I want. What's the
Wait.
moon like?
Yeah.
It is it's hanging low in the sky. It's a full moon. It's hanging low. It's
Not cheese colored now.
not entirely. It's got like a yellowish tinge to it, but like it's not quite a it's not yellow like it was. That makes sense.
Natural yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I need to roll to stealth, Frank, or can I just like be trying to be moving sneakily?
We're going to be fine for now.
Okay. Yep. Just tell me if I
I
have
will
to
let
roll.
you know if we need to start
I have
rolling.
a 21 for stealth.
Okay. So you're leading the way. You're able to guide the group between you and Rutov pretty easily through the woods here. Rutov's sense of nature and direction, your dark vision, you're able to pretty much lead through. You get to about where that X is on the map that you put, and you notice a large hill. A very large hill that leads up. So you see in front of you like this road, and then this large hill, and at the top you can almost see like some buildings, like the roof of a couple buildings up there. To your left, you see this old, decrepit, like broken down manor, or at least like the I guess like the guard postings and like the entranceway, like the gates to this old manor. And you know that to not be Iris Hill, for starters. But it seems like the best way to get up to Iris Hill is to either A, scale this pretty steep hill in front of you, or B, to go along the road here, the path here. From where you're at, you can tell the map is kind of deceiving. From where you're at, you can kind of tell right about here, right at this like bend in the road, there starts to be more forested, almost like a natural barrier to Iris Hill. So it becomes a little more thick in foliage around there. So being able to sneak up from there isn't out of the question. Like you wouldn't necessarily be completely seen. So you could do one of those two ways, or if you have another idea, by all means.
So sorry, the two ideas were to get close to the old manor and scale this hill, or to go around through the path and through
Yep.
the front door of the foliage.
Those would be those are the two clear ways you could see for now.
How much do I remember about how the count's house is laid out?
I'm going to say you know there's a guardhouse.
And
I'm
the
also
guardhouse
going-
is presumably like here,
Presumably where?
like
Yeah.
here, like near
Yep.
the front. Yep.
And I'm also going to say you know that there is a wall of some kind. That you remember there being some type of barrier between Iris Hill and the rest of the town.
Okay. I think I'll probably go up the back, and before I go, I'm just gonna turn to everyone and confirm what I'm looking for.
Who lives there? Anything strange? Any strange people?
Yeah, you're not
And see if
trying
I
to
can find a stele as well.
Right, and also you're not trying to kill anyone or anything. You're like, look for anything strange, and what Lucas said: strange
Reconnaissance
people,
only, do
strange
not get
happenings.
caught. Not getting caught takes priority.
Yeah, you're just trying to figure out, get a whole. You're trying to get a handle on anything going on.
Sure. Okay.
And before he leaves, I will put my hand on his shoulder, say a small prayer, and cat's grace him for 4 minutes on the initial infiltration.
I will guidance for the first minute.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't get
Why
caught
is everyone
immediately,
touching me?
idiot.
Okay. Cat's Grace is how many, G? Oh,
4.
So
four.
plus
Okay.
2 to all your
Plus
rolls.
2. Got
Yeah.
it.
For 4 minutes. What good that will do is not likely high, but I'd rather you not get caught.
Yeah.
So.
I got some tricks too. So I'm going to start. I've been given these blessings from my friends. I'm gonna start scaling this hill here, Frank. Tell me when I need to roll stealth.
Oh, you're gonna need to roll stealth immediately.
Excellent. Thank you for my buffs. Okay, so this is gonna be. You said I guidance as well, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
as long as it's not competent bonus, you're just getting a dex bonus from L, right?
Enhancement. But yeah, it's an enhancement type.
Okay, I think
How
mine's
long does
competent,
guidance
so I was
last?
thinking. A minute.
Yeah, he's good for that.
All right, 24.
Okay. Um. Sure.
Oh, Frank, I'm sorry. How? It's dark out, right?
Yep.
My bad. I'm pretty sure I get more than that.
Okay. Just give me the total when you figure.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pull it up, but I'm pretty sure it's a 26. I have to get it from the actual because I did not write it correctly in my thing. But I'm pretty sure it's a 26. Shadow. This says favorite illumination at 4th level. Sorry, no, that's incorrect. I can just take 10 on any stealth check attempted, so it's still 24.
Okay. Um. Sure. So you're able to get up. I'm going to move your map. And I'm going to put only you on the map where I believe you to be coming in on.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
I'll be right back, like 20 seconds.
Just got to trim on the edges here.
Monk at W.
There's a little bit of fog of war left on the side. Don't want that
Maybe
to...
you just move this entire thing, hmm?
This thing, where I get to see what you guys see, godsend.
There's like a setting where you can see what we see and then you see what you see.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. I'm on the map.
Okay. So, I put you in the lower left-hand corner,
Mhm.
because I figured that's probably about where you're coming in on.
Sounds right.
So what you see in front of you as you come through these trees, you see a wall. A wall of fairly large, like, hedges. As a history buff, I want you to think like the hedges of northern France,
Okay.
right? Like during
Yeah.
WW2, like these are tall. These are like 10 feet tall. They're very closely packed. It's created a very thick, essentially natural barrier, a natural wall between Iris Hill and the rest of town. I have left illuminated well, not so much illuminated. You can't see what's inside the guardhouse, obviously, from here, but
Mhm,
you can.
yeah.
As you get here, your memories jogged a bit, and you're like, "Oh, yeah, there's a guardhouse over on that side where the path is." So you have the run of it.
You said how tall are these trees, Frank?
The trees, oh,
Yeah.
they're taller than the larger ones are taller than the shrubs or the
All right, I'd
hedges.
like to climb the tallest tree here.
Give me a climb check.
$17.
Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, you're able to climb up pretty handily, pretty easily, and you are able to see inside. Is it better for me to do it like this? I wonder if it's better for me to do it like this. Yeah, I actually like this more. You are able to see inside over the hedges. I'm going to move you to another map.
Excellent.
Yeah, so you're able to see over this hedge, and you're pretty much you're able to get like a pretty good look at the grounds of Iris Hill. You see like a small well. You see what looks like a couple small servants' quarters, perhaps.
Yep.
The large house in front, directly in front of you, presumably the Count's house. Various other small buildings, and a large tree just on the eastern part.
Oh, do I see any yellow?
Any mist? No,
Yeah.
you do not.
Okay, and then what is? Can I see this window from where I am? I not see through it. Do I see light coming from it?
I'm going to say very dim light. Let's say like
Okay.
candlelight.
No light from any of the other windows.
You got a bit of light coming from all over the place, but it's all like it's very dim, right? Like it doesn't seem like it's anyone's awake. It doesn't seem like anyone's like up reading. It just seems very almost like Skeleton Crew style stuff, right? Like you leave the lights on after a long trip
Got it.
or during a long trip to make sure nobody gives the idea that someone's home.
How
type
many
of deal.
stories high is this house?
2.
2 stories. So I'm like about level with the second story in this tree. This tree seems like it's like 15, 20
Yep.
feet tall. How tall is this tree in the top in the east?
It looks to be significantly larger. This seems like it's one of the largest trees you've seen, actually. Almost properly cared for.
Does it look climbable?
Oh, it does.
Okay. All right, Frank. I'm gonna ask you a question that no DM will sit here. What? Can I make an acrobatics check to make this jump?
To jump over the hedges.
Yep. I'm happy to go find a taller tree.
I will. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Where are you jumping to?
You said this window doesn't have light, right? This one is the only one.
That one is no. That one does not have any light.
Okay, yeah, I am going to try to
Let me double check on that one. Let me double check.
Sure,
Hold
sure,
up,
yeah,
hold
sure,
up.
sure. Before I do anything.
Nope, that one has no light.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking I'd like to make, like, probably this 10-foot jump or this 15-foot jump.
Whichever one you prefer.
Can I pass through this area? It shows it flush.
Yeah,
here.
you can.
Okay, then I'd like to make the 10-foot jump, please.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check.
Okay, I believe.
Has it been 4 minutes?
I'm sorry.
Has it been 4 minutes?
Almost certainly.
Most certainly, yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
So I do get +2 because it's dark though. So 23.
Yeah, I'll give that to you. So you're able to launch yourself pretty easily from that tree, and while you graze one of the one of the hedges a bit, you are able to essentially kind of grab onto some of the branches of the hedge and just kind of gracefully lower yourself without making too much fuss.
Okay. I didn't see anything that looked like a stele, right? I know you were
No.
describing
No,
these.
no, no.
Okay, cool. I am going to tell me about the first floor, Frank. Are there any windows with lights on in the first floor?
That is a good question. Let me.
The reason I'm asking, just to make it easier for you if it's not described, is I just want to make sure I'm not seen, right? So it's like, I'll
Yeah,
walk up to
so
this if there's
it
nothing on the first
looks
floor.
like the first floor is a little more lit than it's a little more lit than the upper levels. So it seems like there's actually someone living down there on the first floor. But outside of that, it's not you can't see anyone through the windows.
Okay, when I peer through the windows, I can't see anyone.
Correct.
Got it. So this is this floor. I'm probably gonna head this way, sneaking. Let me know if you need me to roll again.
Yep, I'm just gonna hold your stealth for before.
Okay. And can I squeeze here through the
Yep.
hedges?
Yep,
Okay.
you can. The hedges are let's put it this way: the hedges are impassable if you want to pass
Got it.
from one zone to another, quote unquote. If you want to go squeeze through, you're fine.
Got it. Okay. And I'm just sort of taking a steady look around. Any sign of if I see any sign of a person outside doing something,
Yep.
I'm gonna immediately stop and hide.
You're good. You're good to keep doing what you're doing.
Since I'm over here, are you able to illuminate this? Can I see through windows or anything? I'll look at this window. If I need to.
Yeah. So here's what we're gonna have to do. Because you're technically. It is worth noting that you're technically on the second level map.
Right.
So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for you. You're
Okay.
back on the first level map,
Yep, we see me here.
which kind of gives you this kind of is going to give you a little bit of a shock to see this current state of things. So remember that small passage, the building it billows out on the second level. Right? It's smaller.
Okay.
Down here.
So, it's
So there's like an
eaves.
overhang kind of here.
Correct.
Okay.
So I'm just going to start illuminating the parts
Mhm.
that you can see here. Yeah.
When I looked in at these windows, I would still like to see the layout of the room.
Sure.
Because even if I didn't see anyone.
So I'll describe to you what that is.
Great.
That, as you look through there, you see a pretty long hall. It's got fine wood paneling. You see large curio cabinets with your fine chinas, your various artifacts from wherever, right?
Bric-a-brac.
Yeah, basically. You see various paintings, tapestries, so on and so forth. Some chairs, a large pelt on the floor. It looks like this to be essentially a greeting hall, right? You see two large double doors right here.
Mhm.
And when you're looking through this window, anyway, you see two large double doors right here, and then you see two hallways, one here and one here, leading off into two separate rooms. So here, I will, for the sake of you understand exactly where the building's line is.
I got you. Okay, I see. So it looks like the manor actually, this is kind of a courtyard here.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Okay. With that knowledge, I will definitely try to look at this window then, the flower bed, because I assume that this will either be a
Sure.
kitchen and stuff, or
What you see there is effectively the dining room.
Okay.
You see large table. It's furnished. It's got nice 8 large chairs, covered with plates, serving platters, wine glasses, so on and so forth. I need to do something here.
Sure.
You're good. I roll a 13. They can't see you. You notice that there are 3 individuals sitting here.
Okay.
They are kicked back, sitting in these fine chairs, and it looks like they're just munching on some things. In this dining room, you notice, and I'm not going to put them on the map just yet, you notice 3 individuals wearing deep yellow robes. It kind of reminds you of Xandalis on the Asylum, with his yellow robes, but his were a bit more like tarnished, right? They were
Yeah.
a bit more on like the brown side. It wasn't like a proper yellow. This is like a golden yellow.
Do I recognize any of them?
You do not.
Okay.
These are you don't recognize these individuals, but you do notice them wearing these yellow robes. Some of them have their hoods up, some of their hoods down, and they're just kind of eating. They're eating, they're chatting. You can't really make out what they're saying. They're not really speaking terribly loud. Yeah.
Can I strain to listen?
You can give me a perception for that, yeah.
26.
Well, shit. Yeah. So you can hear some of them talking. You hear... God, what's her name again? I have to, just double-check on her name. There we go. You hear one of them saying... Yeah, you'll pick up mid-conversation.
Yep.
You hear them say, "Yes, well, of course Melisson brought those brutes in. I mean, we can't trust the constable and his guards after they've held themselves up, so it only makes sense that Melisson would bring some of her own to help us keep the rabble out." And another one of them responds with, "Yes, but they are quite... They're quite brutish, don't you think? They're I mean, they barely wear clothing. They're more garbed in their what looks like... I shudder to think they're more loincloths and barbaric in nature." The first one comes and says, "Yes, but Melison's one of us. She's very... She's proper like you and I. So if she respects them and says that they can be of use, then I'm sure it's fine. There's no need to fear." And then the other one responds with just kind of a, I hope you're right. I wouldn't want to have to... I wouldn't want to have to hightail it out of here if one of them looks at me funny and thinks to pick their teeth with my bone or anything. The more posh one just... oh, well, hopefully it shouldn't come to that. The third one just kind of is sitting there, head down, just eating intently. Not really chiming in.
Frank Flair, do I know who Melisson is?
You do not. You've never
Okay.
heard this name before.
Excellent. Then okay. I want to stay. Now that I know there's people in this room, I want to stay away from this. I will go here and peek in. I'm assuming this is the servants' quarters.
Right there.
Yeah, like at this window, being careful.
Sure. That is actually kind of like certain quarter adjacent, I guess we can say. You look through this window, you see a closet. inside this closet, you see like some flour, some like perishables, some non-perishables. This looks like a pantry.
Okay. Continuing around, are there no windows here?
There's a window there.
Ah, this is a window? Okay, so I'm gonna peek in here.
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
You don't see
all right.
anyone in here.
No one's in here? Do I see things on the actual tables?
You do. You see some produce, some food. You look like there's some dried meat here. It looks like there's a Oh, did I? I accidentally opened up this entire area. That's fine. It looks like there's some like soup on like this, like in the fire there on like a pot, like a crock.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's been in use recently. That would make sense considering the cult or the
Yeah, what they were eating. Does it look like
Yeah, it looks like what they were eating from
Okay.
where you could see something was being made in here. Yep.
Okay. And then I didn't see any servant in here, correct?
You didn't, but you can make out. Oh, in the main house, no, you didn't. But you can make out a staircase right here. Actually, let me illuminate that for you.
Ah, okay. Okay.
The staircase there.
Sure. I will continue around.
I need a
to-
perception check.
Absolutely. I think this is 12. Oh, it's 11. 30.
Okay. You notice this. I posted it in chat.
Oh, God.
You notice a number of these things. They look humanoid. In fact, they are very much. They look human. They look incredibly barbaric. You see. I guess I should probably put a couple on the map here. So I'm going to use this guy here. And let me place them properly. Like right when you get to around here, you see that there's like a number of them, and most of them are just kind of like standing by doors, standing near buildings. And you're able to kind of like make out these individuals. I marked them with red dots because for no other purpose than to say, hey, they're here, because the
Sure.
asset I was pulling is extremely small for some reason. It's not like labeled as like a dwarf warrior. It's just labeled as guard man, and it's very small. So the red dots mean literally nothing other than to spot where they are.
Got
so
it.
you know something's there. Yeah. So
Okay, I'm
you see
gonna.
various guards, and they look to be on watch, right? They look rather vigilant.
Right.
So this isn't going to be they're like sleeping, right? And they look
Got it.
like they're actively vigilant here.
How tall are they?
They are very tall. These
Okay.
are from where you're at. The smallest one looks to be like 6'6", right? Like these guys
Got it,
are
okay.
on the taller side.
I, with that knowledge, am going to kind of hug the hedge more. Like, really try to blend in with the hedge really closely. And slowly, very quietly, try to make my way around this way.
Okay. I am going to... Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to be doing a bit of rolling, because now, we have your... 30 was for what? That was your...
Perception. That was my perception.
And 26 was your stealth, so... At this point, knowing that they're here, I'm going to be doing a bit of roll, and we're going to see if any of them spot you. So when you go to make a move, essentially, I will take a perception check if you pass like a quote-unquote line of sight for them. And
Got
if
it.
they succeed, they will be able to spot you. And if they
Do they
don't,
have dark
then-
vision?
You don't really know what they are, so I
Okay,
can't
got it.
really give you that answer.
Sure, yeah, no question. Also, I can't roll below a 24 on stealth right now. 20. Sorry, I cannot roll below a 23 on stealth.
But
So
Continuing on Christian's question, are they holding light sources, or are they just
Yeah.
the light of
They
the
are
moon?
not holding light sources.
got it.
And you are able to make out that they almost have like piercing red eyes through the dark.
Sure.
So, yeah. So I'm going to make, like I said, I'm going to make a couple stealth,
Sure.
or I'm going to make rolls against you whenever it's need be. Here'd be one. Nope. Okay.
That
So
guy's
yeah, you
on
get
his-
there, and you're looking. You want to look through that window?
Oh yeah.
Sure. This is. I think this is the stable. I'm gonna double check to make sure. Yeah, this is the stable. This is stable carriage house, right? So, in here, you see what looks like some posts for you to hitch a horse. You see some hay and it's like some stables right here, and you see a large empty room. Like you don't see any like carriage or anything in here, and you certainly don't see any horses here. So there's no need to like be stealthing and worry about startling these horses. But it's very clear that this is the carriage is not here.
Okay. Excellent. No, this isn't blood, right?
Say again?
This is not blood, like this red stuff.
No.
Okay.
That's like
I saw all of these guys with my 30, right? Like I know where they are. For the most part.
yeah, you do.
Okay. Probably gonna again blending it with the hedge. Try to make it past this dude right here. So I'm gonna go like.
Right about here,
Yeah.
it is worth noting, with your perception check from before, you can smell like freshly turned earth when you're right about here, like coming from inside the
Jesus.
stable here. So you could smell freshly turned earth. Which one of you might want to take note of that, just so you have.
Yeah.
you
I
remember
mean, I'll
what's
definitely.
going on with that.
Okay. Yep. So I'm trying to get out of this dude's line of sight to about here. So I'm
Yep.
assuming I'm gonna get a roll from this guy, but tell me.
He does not.
Okay. What do I see in here?
That actually, I believe, is the servants' quarters. Kind of going in like the roundabout way here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually. I'm sorry, that's not the servants' quarters. That's the guest house.
Okay.
So it's like yeah, you're able to peek through. You see a pretty well lit room here. Sitting actually right in this chair, right on the other side of this window here. Sitting right in this chair, you see yeah, you see two people. You see two women. One of them is dressed in finery. She looks very, very well put together. She's currently swirling a wine glass. And she looks to has a wine glass in one hand, has a small book in the other. And she is just kind of lounging. The other person, who's sitting here, I guess you would have technically seen them as you were walking by, so my mistake on that one, looks to be a bit more fidgety, right? Whereas one of them is very relaxed, cool, calm, and collected. The other one seems a bit nervous. And right as you really like look in through the window here, the more nervous one looks at the other one and says, "Daleen, I don't know how you could possibly be so calm at a time like this. And Daleen just kind of, from your perspective, just lowers her book a little bit, and she just goes, "And why shouldn't I be? As you see, we've got plenty of guards around here. We should be fine." And the other woman says, "But the capital sent an accuser, and if they happen to find out what we're doing here, it's going to be this will be trouble. Our lives will be over." And Daleen says, "Hush, Isa, hush. It'll be fine. The Count assured us, and moreover, the guards outside, anyway, have proven to be able to ward off any unwanted passerbys. Not to mention, Melisande seems like she has, well, the town properly around her finger anyway, while the Count's away. So we shouldn't be fearful of anything. Everything seems like it's perfectly fine anyway. So do not worry, Isa. Everything will be fine." And Isa responds back with, I hope you're right. I'm very nervous about. I'm a bit jittery. We can't be found out, Daleen. We can't be found out. And Daleen just kind of says shh and says it'll be fine. Like I said, it'll be fine. Just calm yourself. And she goes back to reading.
What's the other woman wearing? Ida?
She's wearing still really nice clothing, not nearly as like put together or fine clothing as Daleen here.
Are these from my I know I'm hidden behind the house here, but is this guy patrolling? Or any of the
No, a lot of them are just standing still.
Okay.
You haven't seen any patrolling yet.
Sure. Okay. And then I think at this point Aster would be like, "Oh, did I get a sense of what this is, Frank?" It looked I can't Christian is asking, what is this?
I also need to find out.
It's like a bathhouse?
That is
That's
a bathhouse. You are correct.
Yeah, that's incredible. Okay.
Yep, bathhouse. Like a
Nice,
bathhouse.
Alex.
Yep, good call.
Okay, Frank. I am going to attempt to make my way over here and try to climb this tree.
I need a stealth check out of you.
Absolutely.
W.
I also need a perception check out of you after that.
Okay. 1 second, sir.
Yep, take your time.
Any particular order?
Either or. It's gonna be at the same time.
Take 10 on the stealth, bro. Don't be a
Yeah,
hero.
I'm gonna take 10 on the stealth, Frank, which is 23.
You can always take 10, correct?
Yes,
in
Shadow Walker
darkness,
and my
yeah.
favorite thing, which is darkness.
Just
I can
making sure.
always take- Yep, and I will make my perception with a significant plus. My perception is plus 11, I believe. Yep, so that's gonna be. Let me just check something. Did I fuck this up? No. Okay. I got that one other perception.
Yeah, you're good.
Are you good?
It's nighttime.
Let's see anything.
Yeah, you can't see anything.
All right. What about climbing this tree?
Give me a climb check.
Would you be willing to take acrobatics?
For climbing?
For the thing
Like
called
jumping to get a
climb.
good branch?
The one has scared him.
I will give you an acrobatics. Sure. You've been good to me. I'll be good to you.
22.
Sure.
I'm trying to get high enough in this tree so I can jump out.
Okay.
I will. Yeah.
Aster, as you're climbing that tree, you notice something very, very terrifying as you're climbing. You hear branches rustling above you, and then you see a pair of, 3 pairs of red eyes just staring at you. And as you see as these eyes just level on you, you hear this blood-curdling scream. like this like war cry, as one of these things just shouts, "Intruder!" And then
Okay.
a bunch of them just start, like, you hear all the branches in this tree rustling, and you start hearing movement on the grounds.
Do we hear
Excellent.
that?
So what I'm gonna do
You can give me a
is
perception check if you want.
Because we
Now,
said we
without-
wanted to be in shouting distance, and that was a shout.
Yeah. Give me a perception.
All of us, or just Link?
You
I
can all
think
do it.
everybody was probably right. Like, we had one job, just listen for loud noises.
People, what
Rick,
we
you
got?
ready for
We
this?
can't get in. Go ahead, Al. Go ahead, Christian.
how close did I see their red eyes?
You're not within melee of them.
Okay.
That's the question.
I'm going to cast light at will because I think they have dark vision
Okay.
in hopes of blinding them, and I'm going to try to jump out of the tree.
Okay, I fucking love this. So, yeah, you can cast light. As you cast light, you get a really good look at them.
Yep.
Right? They've got tattoos all across their faces. They have, like, almost jagged teeth, like they've been filed to points. It looks like they've got, like, bones that are just accentuating their clothing. And as soon as you cast light, they bring their arm across their eyes, and you hear them just go "ah!" as they just are blinded by this light that you've created here. Thranor, you're able to hear this shout.
Okay.
Guys, so what are you going to do with this information alone?
We can't do it. I mean, we don't know
Just
what
a
you're
rescue.
doing, right?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm asking. Like, what would the group do hearing this yell?
I
We
think
would try to
move
determine
quickly.
where it came from
Yeah.
and be on that side of the fucking hedges.
You guys don't even know there are hedges here.
Yeah, I think we would move straight towards the hedges and then get to the hedges and
All
start
right, here's
listening.
what I'm gonna do. Aster, you have.
Wait, can we not see their hedges? I thought we were like.
No,
In
I
the
was
We're
just
not
We're
that
one up
close,
there.
bro. No,
You're
we
not
can't
that
get that
close.
close.
You're like
Okay.
you're like halfway up the hill, let's say. Aster, I'm gonna give you like 2 rounds to do whatever the hell you want, because you've blinded these 3 guys.
They've sounded the alarm.
They've sounded the alarm, so the rest of whatever is in this compound is notified of you being here.
Okay.
So,
Well, with that, I'm gonna ask you if something's okay, and if not, I'm just gonna jump.
Yeah.
I would like to fasten my grappling hook to like a sturdy branch and jump out, and then cut. Like, I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here.
yeah. I dig it.
So, tell me, like, if that gives me something on the acrobatics, or like. I
Yeah,
can
so
do
what
that.
I'm going to do is I will give you. You're fastening. I'll give you a +5 on your acrobatics if you're using your grappling hook here, and
Got it.
you're.
And
I'll
I'm
see your-
assuming I don't know this game super well. I'm assuming it's smarter to fasten it here and try to jump and just give up the hook than to try and hook to something else.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you want to try and hook to something else, it's gonna be.
No, I'm not greedy.
like,
I'm
take
just
you
trying to get
another
out.
action, so
Yeah. So you said a +5, and I can try and roll it for the jump now.
Yep.
Okay. So it's gonna be 20 plus. This is gonna be a very large plus because I get 2 in darkness, 5 from that, and then I think my acrobatics is 10. Yeah. So that's gonna be plus.
You're not in darkness anymore, sir.
Very true. Okay.
that is
So-
actually true. Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's just okay.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, you can make it over. Your assistant. It's gonna be. You're probably gonna take a bit of fall damage.
Yeah.
here.
Understandable.
You're gonna probably take like a d6 in fall damage, so you'll take a 1. You just kind of land on your rump.
Yep. And I'm extinguishing light immediately.
Yep. And you are able to get to the other side of the hedges.
Okay.
Probably about at this time, if the 4 of you over here decide to actually come up the hill, you're going to be somewhere on the left side of the hedges, right? Somewhere on the left side of the map here. You can arrange yourselves as you want. I guess the question is, like, are you planning combat here? Like, what are you planning on doing?
Where do
We know
hear?
Ast-
There you go.
ahead. We know Astra's going to go for the exit, so like, if we see the hedges, we're going to start moving around towards where the sound.
Yeah,
comes
towards
from, right?
where the natural exit would be.
But like trying to stay in the trees, not on the hedges. I would think.
So I'm gonna put myself
Sure.
like here.
So, yeah,
Like,
you
we
can
don't
all-
hear fighting, right? We just hear
No,
like
there's no,
find
there's
him.
no fight, but you hear a commotion. And you hear, like, grunting. You hear, like, what language do these lads speak? Oh, well, that's convenient. They... Yeah, they speak a language that none of you will know.
But mystery languages.
There's no way in hell
Sure. Yeah.
that any of you would know this. So you hear what I can best describe as, like, a very tribal sounding, like, dialect, right? Like, it's almost like there's a merging of common with other languages, like common, undercommon. It's kind of like a very, like, polyglot type of language here.
Sure.
And none of you could make out what it is, but you hear, like, people shouting back and forth to one another. So you're not in combat quite yet. So you're all moving towards... I'm just going to put a mark on the map. You're, like, moving towards, like, this direction, right?
I don't see the mark. Yeah, I think, like El said, through the trees. Like, since people are being loud, I don't think we have to necessarily be like sneaking, but we're not like sprinting.
And we haven't heard Aster yet, so we're assuming things aren't like Aster's not screaming.
Aster is probably going to see you before you see him.
Yep.
So yeah. I'll say you guys are able to maneuver your way over towards there. Right about when you get to, like, here, you see this, like, illuminated gatehouse, right? You see this illuminated building. And you are able to see, like, shadows cast out onto, like, the pathway here. Like, you know, there's one of these guys probably standing there, and he's, like, eyeing up the gatehouse or the guardhouse. And you can see his shadow cast. Aster, what are you doing?
I am going in this direction. Oh, yeah. Like, just booking it.
Sure. So you're, like, booking it into the trees?
Yeah. I
Okay.
get covered.
If you guys get about here, I'm going to need perception checks out of you all.
Including Aster to see us, right?
Yeah, including Aster to see you guys, because that is exactly what this perception check is for.
This is likely going to work well one direction.
21.
Okay, everyone who got above a 20. So, it's not even above a 20, it's just Rutov and Feathers don't see this.
Okay, if I see them, Frank,
do.
I'm not gonna stop and reconvene with them. I'm gonna be like here. I'm gonna cast light quickly in their direction and then sprint, like continue sprinting.
Sure.
Like turn it off again.
And
Like just like flick it on like a torch.
if you're casting light, Rutov and Feathers will see you as well.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to miss that.
Yep.
But
I'll
if
do
you,
it like here, yeah.
All right,
And
then
if
we're going
you weren't,
south into
the
the
rest
woods and
can
we're
see.
retreating.
Sure.
And I'm not really sneaking or anything. I'm just trying to get the fuck out.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
give
it seems like
Feathers-
right now you're kind of like moving with reckless abandon. You're getting
Yes.
the hell out of here.
Feathers is getting the command to guard Aster, so he's gonna chase after Aster. He's faster than you.
Is he moving in front of the gatehouse?
Oh, it's across the. Nope, I got you. Never mind. I would let him go. Seeing now, I don't understand the command.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
just gonna go south. But Feathers is gonna guard Lucas, and I'm gonna go a slightly different path because I don't leave a trail.
I'm gonna say you're all able to get out of here. Pretty easily, I think. They're not really chasing after you. Yeah, so you're able to get out of here.
Did we agree on a place to meet up? I'm probably gonna go
Nope.
back to that clearing that we originally were at.
I'm going to move you back over to the map here, and we can talk through and figure out what the hell is going to happen.
Yeah, because you were supposed to meet us there after not getting caught. So now you've been caught. I think we still go there.
Yeah, I'm still probably gonna go there because the main thing is it's abandoned, right? Like there doesn't seem
Yeah.
to be anyone there, so I'm gonna take like a long, loose path around back to here, to the clearing. Let me know if I need to do anything on the way, Frank. But other than that, once I get to probably like here, like as I'm re-entering like the streets, I'm probably gonna like start trying to walk casually again.
Sure. What's the other group doing?
I have low light vision, so I'll try to guide them by the light of the moon.
Are you going through the forest? Are you going to the
I
path?
The forest we came through, right, y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah, backtracking.
Okay. So you are all able to get back to where you were. Aster, as you're walking along the path at some point, like you're like blending in with your surroundings. Is that what I got out of this?
Yeah, I'm just trying to like not draw attention.
Yeah. You're not drawing attention to yourself. So yeah, as you're walking back, you notice some people kind of like sticking their heads out of their windows. It sounds like you heard like almost like a large bear growl or something like that, and they're kind of like you see people like look out, they see you, and then they kind of like shutter their windows, close them in a rush, and slam them shut. And you're able to walk your way back pretty easily. If you're like looking behind you, you don't really see anything chasing you, coming after you. So you're pretty okay. And you're able to get back pretty easily. So the rest of you all rendezvous at the clearing with the rock. Yeah, so you're all managed to make it back pretty easily.
Excellent. I'm going to tell. I'll tell everything I said. The main things I want to point out are give a good description of the savage like tribes people. Talk about this person named Melissa. Yeah, Melissa Bell or something. Who's brought them?
Melisson,
right? Melison's brought them. Talk about the two very posh-looking ladies in the guest house. The count is not in town right now, and generally explain how the manor is laid out.
You said people said Melisson had the town wrapped around her finger?
Melisson has the town wrapped around her finger. She brought these, what I'm assuming are these guys, like these tribal warriors. These tribal warriors can see in the dark. I'm not sure they're human.
Why hasn't any person in this town even said that name if she's...
Well, think about everything that's going on. There's an entire neighborhood abandoned, and all the guards are staying in a fort. That sounds like somebody has enacted control.
That sounds like under her boot, not wrapped around her finger. Like,
oh, sure.
That's
I think it's semantics.
Subjugating the town versus just in with the...
Another question. There was like a bunch of freshly turned earth, and there was no animal in the stables. I don't know if these guys ate the animals or something, or if the count just took his horses out. Does anyone know what these are? And I'm gonna look to the Lucas because he knows things.
I'm a nature boy. Do I know anything?
about the people?
Yeah.
Just describing the 7-foot-tall savage man.
Also, and the turned earth was what I was curious about.
Okay, so we're gonna do both.
I'm gonna say I think a body's buried where the turned earth is.
Right. That sounds right.
So with turned earth, you don't even need like a knowledge check or anything like that. It's like, yeah, like they were digging something. If you smelled freshly turned earth, then something's being dug up there or something happened there. If you're looking to figure out from a description what these things are, I will give you knowledge geography. That's all I can give you off a description.
Who has that?
Geography, I do.
I have some points in it. I'll guide
Do you have any
myself.
points? You can roll over 10, right?
22.
Okay. So both of you are able to kind of like piece together what Aster's saying. It sounds like you've read about this. Maybe you've seen them before, Rutov. And Lucas, you might have read about them in like the royal libraries, or maybe even seen them when you might have gone out in the past. But it's coming back to you. You know these as Kuru, Kuru. Kuru are a barbaric tribe folk. They wear ritualistic tribal tattoos across their faces and across their body. They shave and file down their teeth to jagged points.
Native too.
They are native to. Let me get that. Okay, I guess it's kind of weird because like I can say a region, but it's not necessarily going to mean anything.
No. Well, I think Rutop would know, right? Because it's some like
yeah.
past the check.
So they live in Golgon, which is to your knowledge. Actually, you just know they live in Golgon. You might not even know anything about Golgon. If you want to know
do
anything
you know
about,
what, like, cardinal direction is?
Yeah, Golgon's out to the east.
Like 3 days walk, or like
a long ways.
Like
out.
a lifetime to the east. Okay.
Like a long ways out.
Cool.
But yeah, you know that these guys are native to Golgon. You also know that they worship the sun and moon. They speak in a weird tribal dialect that is an amalgamation of a number of languages. Like I said, a polyglot language. They revere their queen, whom they call the Blood Queen. They revere her as if she's a god. And they are world-renowned cannibals. They will eat literally anything. If it has flesh and blood, they will eat it. Also, they have low light vision, and they have sensitivity to light. So, that's what you're able to divine from that.
Right.
At least from your memory.
And I'll also tell the story of what I did to escape.
The Blood Queen. Do we think
Rutov?
that could possibly be Maleficent or whatever? Do we think that could be the Blood Queen?
Maybe. It sounds like that's like a mythical tribal figure. I think Melissa is someone like around here.
Huh.
Also, Rutov, I think your parents might have gotten eaten by them.
That is the most logical conclusion so far. Yeah.
But wait, if they wanted to feed these large men, why wouldn't they just feed them with livestock and animals versus humans? That sounds like they eat just all kinds of meat, or do you think it's specifically human flesh?
Well, I think have livestock been disappearing? It sounds like it's just people have been disappearing. Here's my thinking. They brought these things in to guard the area. I heard this. Like they brought them in to guard. The two rich women were very worried about like being found out what was happening here. They were particularly worried about the Inquisitor from the capital.
Mm-hmm.
I think they might have even been from the capital. They looked really rich. Actually, I know you're from the capital. I will mention their names.
Oh, you got actual names. Yeah,
Ida and Frank, what was the other lady's name? Krishna is dumb.
Melisson,
Melisson?
Dalen and Isa.
Dalen.
Yeah,
Daleen.
Melison's the lady in
Isa.
charge.
Yep. So I will mention all three of those names and see if anyone has patched it.
I can tell you now, unless you get an ungodly nobility roll, they didn't give you last names, so you're probably not going to be able to divine it. But if any of you have knowledge nobility, you can give me a roll. That's not going to do it, Chief.
I don't have it, so I can't roll above its head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those are names, and I mean, it's very possible that I would know them from the capital, but I can't go off first names. There's a lot of Idas, a lot of
All right, let's back up a second. What we know, Melisande works for the Count. The Count's not here. Sounds like she's in the fort. Was that the implication?
Maybe.
I thought
But
it
why-
was some. Wait, Frank, can you repeat that part? Because I thought it was that she was outside.
So, what you should have been able to divine, or what Astros should have been able to divine, was Melisande brought the Kuru here. You have no idea how. She brought the Kuru here as guards for Iris Hill because the constable and his lot are holed up in Fort Halecourse, and admittedly, they don't trust the constable to be able to provide the protection that they need, quote unquote. They gave no inclination as to where Melisande is. They did not state if she's in Iris Hill, if she's at Fort Halecourse. They did not state that. She might not even be here. Point is, the things of note that you got here. The Count isn't here. There are nobles from the capital, from the surrounding area, that are congregating here. There were people there that were wearing yellow robes. There's the Kuru are here, who obviously they're far away from where they're like from, where they live. And this Melisande person is running the town or keeping the town in a state of like disarray. It has like people are the town. Basically, these nobles do not fear anything happening in the town, as it seems like Melisande has everything under control, quote unquote. Right? Like there's no worry for them. And that includes there's no worry about this royal accuser, right? Who
They kind of dismissed
apparently
her.
came up.
Yeah.
But
and they
you
weren't
have-
afraid of being eaten by any of these cannibals, so it's
They
not
were
like
not.
it's like, oh my gosh.
Well, they were.
I will pass on that the three guys in the thing were very worried about them, and did
They were
mention
worried?
specifically
Okay.
picking their using their bones to pick their teeth.
Okay, so they were kind of.
But that was
okay.
the yellow robes, folks, not
Frank.
the
Yes.
nobles, right?
Yes.
Is the royal accuser the same as the what's their face?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Winter's friend.
I said royal accuser, and that's a fucking Dune reference. That's my bad. Yeah, it's the same.
Royal investigator.
It's the
okay.
investigator.
It's Winter, right?
Yeah.
It's Winter's friend.
Winter's friend.
Winter's friend. Yeah, sorry.
It's Winter's friend. Yeah,
We will
and
put
they
them in the
they
dead column.
dismissed her. They dismissed her, Amori, like, or at the very least, what's her name? Dalen, or I forget. I forget her name entirely. I have to look back up again. She
Dalen,
dismissed
Isa.
her. Yeah, she dismissed her pretty easily, right? There's no real worry from her.
All right. The way I see it, do we think we can fight the things in Iris Hill in a reasonable fashion?
These 7-foot tall barbarian people?
Yep. I'm asking.
I'm gonna
the
go
question
with
to continue.
no, but I'm
Okay.
gonna turn to Aster.
I'm gonna give you them. That's a no from me, Chief.
Okay. Now
There's
that we've
like 10 of
determined
them. They see in the dark. None of you can actually see in the dark, and they're kind of scary.
we have options. We can investigate more areas. We can go to the fort and see if we can get assistance from them. We can go to the Sleepless Ability and see if they can know anything that might help us. But otherwise,
Go ahead.
down to the harbor, or really, I don't have any other places to go. Actually, now that
I
I'm thinking
like figuring out why there's no law being enforced in this
Yeah,
town.
we can
Like,
go
why
to
are they
Fort
all holed
Hailstone.
up in the fort?
yeah, Fort Hailstone tomorrow.
In the morning, yeah.
Um,
And we are, if by some crazy chance Maleficent is there, we are not saying we are not doing or saying anything, right? It's just a person
Correct.
we've met. Oh wow, nice to meet you.
the
I'm just laying low. I also need another grappling hook. I
the
left
old
mine
manor is decrepit and empty, and we didn't see shit there, right? There's just no movement coming from that place. There was just a building that was broken down. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like, before we turn in, to walk down to the little island the old chapel's on and have a look around.
The old chapel's
The new
on.
Sorry, the new chapel. Sorry, new chapel.
We don't want to. If we're going, do we want to consider using some spells up at Fort Hellcourse before the night ends?
Fort Hill Course.
Uh,
Wait, spells at it? Wait, what do you mean? We're gonna go to
I
Fort Hill
was-
Course in the morning.
Well, I was thinking while I'm so that we can be fresh tomorrow, I could at least go over there and talk to some seagulls or some owls and see if they see what they see in there, see what they've heard in there. I mean, owls aren't super dumb, but
the place
Can we
isn't big.
try?
We can do both of these things.
Yeah, why don't
What-
here?
No
So, yeah,
trying to break into the fort, though.
yeah, why don't
No,
I
no,
mean
no.
you can just meet us at the chapel. We're gonna be at the
Sure.
chapel. You take a 10-minute detour to talk to an owl.
yeah, me and Feathers will go look for some birds
Yeah.
who might.
We'll be
know
at the
something.
chapel.
Sounds good. Do you want to hold my squirrel because they're super loud?
No, I don't. But I'll turn
Alright.
to the group.
I'll have Feathers watch my squirrel while I go check out the fort. So I'm gonna leave Feathers like in this little like copse of trees, and then I'm gonna go look for birds.
All right, we're gonna head towards the new chapel, and then you can do Alex's RP as he finds an owl.
I am going to do the following. So here's what's gonna happen. Alex, give me animal handling for owl. Make sure you got it.
And I'll cast speak with animals to actually be able to talk
Yep.
to them.
You're
24.
Good. So yeah, you're able to find an owl pretty easily. You're able to coax it down with do you have your squirrel with you still?
No, I've left my squirrel and Feathers like a little ways away.
You see an owl. Maybe you're not able to coax it down then. You see an
Damn.
owl.
Then I will.
You definitely see one, and you're trying to get its
Wait,
attention.
I have
It's
bird
easy.
seed. Wait, do they eat birds?
That's not what owls
That's
eat.
not owls eat,
Owls,
yeah.
owls don't. Owls look at that and they're like, yucky.
Okay,
The
I
things
will.
I eat that.
I will use what is Fey Magic, or what is this ability called? I have a feature, but it's not. Hold on. It is called. Here we go. Wild empathy. I can prove the attitude of an animal. It's like a diplomacy check.
Yep. Okay.
Made.
Wild empathy. You're
uh,
fine. So yeah, you're able to basically coax it down then.
Apparently, it's just a charisma check.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Give me that.
Druid level and charisma modifier. So plus what are we level 4? So 17.
Owls are stupid. Yeah, he like looks at you. He's like, "Hello." You speak with animals, right?
Now I'll cast it once it's close
Okay.
by.
Looks at you like, "Hello."
Hello. Can you tell me what you've seen in that fort? Why it has anyone come in or out? What the people look like in there? Is anyone wearing yellow? And I'll find something yellow and show it to the owl.
Like blinks one of its eyes and blinks the other out of sequence, and it like spins its head and looks back at you.
Okay, I'll go
No
slow.
yellow.
What?
Too many commands.
Yeah.
No yellow.
Okay. What have people come in and out of that building?
Not yes.
How many people are in that building? I'm gonna hold up fingers like 1, then hold up 2, then hold up 3, then hold up 4.
It looks like it's like vibrating. Like this is too much.
Okay. Can you tell me anything interesting about the fort?
Big.
Go on.
It's like big arrow.
Big arrow.
Big
Okay.
arrows.
Yeah.
Big bow.
Oh, ballista. Okay, got it. Good to know.
Rock. No nest. Can't make nest.
Yeah,
Rock.
I bet they would also kick you out if you tried to make a nest there.
Very mean.
The people in there are mean.
It it rotates its head a little and then it nods.
Okay. Well, I thought you'd be more helpful.
Owls are really dumb.
Yeah. Why don't we? Let's find you some food real quick, and then I'm gonna try
It
to help.
looks very exciting.
I'm gonna try to help it find some food for the next like 10 minutes, and then give up if I can't find anything.
Oh, it's easy. You just kind of like need to point it in a direction, and it finds like a mouse.
Okay. Say, enjoy your
Then it
evening,
looks up
Mr.
at you,
Owl.
and it says, "Bad people," and then it flies away.
And I'm gonna point to myself and say, "Good people," as they go away.
Well, yeah.
Hoot.
And then I'll go walk to Feathers and be like, "You're my favorite bird. You're not dumb at all."
It probably throws up somewhere thereafter. What magnificent creatures owls are.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna scoop up my squirrel, feed it some snacks, and start heading to the friends.
Okay. So we gotta roll this. Okay.
Oh! So the three of us are just heading towards the chapel.
Yep. Hey. You're all walking. The three of you are walking, and you get this unbearable cold that comes over you.
Does Lucas do Psychic Significante?
Always.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
it going crazy?
Oh yeah. There's like this thing. As you're walking, Lucas, you pick up some level of psychic significance, right? And then you get this chill that comes over yourselves. And then you all, no need to use perception check, just kind of see this thing kind of like phase into the material plane, let's say. It's got like this strange glow about it. It's just kind of walking the street.
Is it more like a
Towards-
gas or like a shape? Like,
It's more like a shape now.
okay. Does it look humanoid or anything? Or it looks like...
Oh, it looks very humanoid.
I'll wave at it and just see if it even responds. Like, is it even responsive?
It gets closer. And as it gets to this distance, it then looks very humanoid. It looks like a person, right? Very ghostly. And then it points in your general direction, and then it moves its hand and it points directly at you, Thranor. And then its mouth just kind of opens, and its jaw drops to an inhuman level, right? Like it's
Yeah, craziness. Yeah,
it's dropped, and you all just hear this loud shriek, this extremely loud, unbearable shriek. I need you all to give me a will save.
Am I about to die?
I have questions about.
The nature of the save?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Shit. Where is this?
That's a mood. I have so many pluses to say.
Yeah.
Like, is it magical? Is it mind altering? Is it like...
Is it an effect with the fear or emotion descriptor?
It is an effect with the fear descriptor.
Okay. Which will cover the other one, which is fear effects. Cool. If I fail this, I swear to fucking God.
I get 2 shots because I can once a day reroll.
Yeah. Ooh.
How do it was a 32 pass?
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna
32.
reroll. Okay, I got an 18. 18, 32, 23.
Okay. You hear this loud shriek, and it kind of like pierces your eardrums, and it almost like pierces your very soul. You all take not a lot. You all take 1 damage.
Let me just take off the...
And as you steel yourselves from this shriek, and you ready yourselves for what's in front of you, this man, this specter in front of you, stands shrieking, pointing at you, Thranor, as it reaches down with its other hand for this ghostly, spectral-like knife. And it proceeds to just walk slowly towards you. This is initiative.
Meanwhile, I'm playing with an owl.
He'll show up soon, Cope.
Split
I
the
was betting
party.
on Alex getting jumped, honestly.
He split the party! Yes, it's initiative.
Initiative started. Okay.
Yep.
How many times I'm going to double check to make sure I'm selecting my token? At least 3.
In it. Where you at, boy?
Fuck.
Oh god, we're rolling initiative?
We are
This thing
indeed.
didn't leave? I'm
It
pretty
was
sure this is the
for-
guy you killed, Ranor.
Yeah, Tommy knows that, but I don't think Thranor knows that.
Jacuz.
What is this guy's initiative? Oh, he's actually fat.
No, give him his box back.
I don't have his box. What?
I might
What?
have his box.
Didn't we put the box back?
I don't know.
No, the box is in the haversack.
Sorry, Frank, can you add me?
Yep, sorry.
Thank you.
Run.
No, we'll just kill him. What the hell?
It's fair. Ain't for no ghosts.
I got Red Destiny. Wait, this thing doesn't have blood, I am afraid.
True.
But it's nighttime.
Oh, Frank, I don't know if it's appropriate if we can somehow... Like, I've been walking around with light on my greatsword. Is that appropriate or no? Okay.
That's fine. I mean, like, it's reasonable.
It's a magical land.
Yeah,
Magical people.
Okay.
I...
So, your go.
Yeah.
And I guess you get to position yourselves, but no further up than where you currently are.
Got it.
I ain't moving.
Did this... I should have asked before. Did this look like it was going to turn bad before we rolled initiative or not?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Can I have put Cat's Grace on Aster? Because I was like, no, this is bad.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you have Cat's Grace. Congratulations.
Okay, that's great, thank you. This thing can see me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can delay.
What?
You can delay.
No, I'm just gonna attack it. It's fine, I don't. So... Yep, just gonna swing out with Red Destiny here. $13.
That will miss.
Okay, I believe I am done.
You are going to get to take an attack of opportunity against
I
him.
believe it's going for me, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yep.
Yep, okay. 26.
That'll hit.
Frank, that should have been a 15. I forgot to Cat's Grace.
15 won't hit.
Won't hit? Okay,
26.
excellent. Let me just do my damage. Okay. That's gonna be 6, 8. 10 damage.
Okay. It gets to attack you, Thranor.
Hold on, what's its dex?
What's its dex?
Aren't we tied on initiative with the thing?
I guess that's fair. His dex is 17.
Never mind, it goes before me. I tried.
He goes to attack you, Thranor. He's got 2 primaries.
Yep.
He has 2 primaries. You are his murderer, so he also gains this benefit. He gets a profane bonus, whatever the fuck that means. Here we go. Does 19 hit you?
Yep.
20 hits you.
Yep.
He hits you for Oh, yeah, he would really hit you. I'm sorry, I didn't even do the.
There's a bunch of bonuses for him.
Yeah, there's
probably,
many bonuses here. Okay. So you get hit for 1, 2. 13, 9.
22.
22.
I go from. I'm at 16.
Okay. Lucas?
I am looking up something right quick. Cure Moderate Runes is a 2nd level Oracle Cleric spell. Good.
Now,
Yep.
you're going to finish your turn, and then I'm going to ask we're going to finish this round, then I'm going to ask a very important question. So,
Okay.
Alex's timeline.
yep.
So I will. Yeah. Okay. I saw it there and get thumped, and he looks hurt, right?
He looks very hurt.
Okay. I will cure moderate wounds on Thanor.
Okay. Give me that.
$11.
11. Okay, 27.
And that is my turn. I will stand right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Ryder, your go.
I will swift cast this on myself, which gives me +2 because of one of my traits. So it's +2 to hit and +2 to damage, and I will chop him.
Yep.
So add +2 to hit for whatever this is,
That'll hit.
and then +2 to the damage as well. Because I'm always going to be power attacking, so I put it in already
Yep.
because I have no negatives. So,
So
20 +2.
20 plus 2.
22.
Okay, 22. This is a magic weapon, right? Yeah. So
Is it? Yeah, I don't. I don't know enough.
it is. We're good.
Okay. Did he look phased? Did he look
He
angry?
does look phased by that.
Okay. Just for my knowledge, me like going like this, or if I just randomly circled him like this, it would provoke op attacks, right? Like if I just started.
Leaving a threatened square.
Yeah.
But if I can 5-foot shift that one be
Yeah,
fine.
you're good. You can
Okay.
puff it.
I'll just stay here then. That's my turn.
Okay. Now we're gonna ask you a question, Rutov. What are you like? What is the timeline here? How long do you like talk with that owl?
I mean, the spell only lasts for like a minute, and the conversation was like a minute or two, but I did have to go off the road. I think most of the time it's just, and I did say I'd help it find food. So it's kind of like adding up the off the trail. It's really the off the trail and helping it find food took longer than the actual conversation and finding the owl.
Yeah, you're not in this then. You're probably not in this.
Big
It's
rip.
like, you're
Yeah, because it's gonna take seconds. So unless unless
this
they were
is-
like really slowed down and it took like minutes to like get this, yeah, there's no world. If they never slowed down, there's no world where I would.
I mean, this comment
right
isn't
there.
going to last very long because I'm either going to get killed and everyone's running for their life. You know what I mean? Or we're killing it. Like,
Right.
I don't think the boys are going to try and tank. Maybe they'll tank, or maybe the ghost will.
It is a revenant. This does literally one thing.
Right. Well, if it kills me, it might just leave. You know, or it knocks me. You know. So like, I don't think we need to be super afraid. But
Aster, your go.
This guy ran away from me. Okay, I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Flanking.
Take the flank.
6, 7. Yeah.
What? Where are you
Take the
going?
flank.
What?
I'm right here. Maybe it's fucked on my screen.
you
I'm,
might-
staying
I'm
right
sorry. I see you here on my screen.
Okay, I'll move myself
Oh,
there and back.
yeah,
then I
it-
didn't move
it's
at all. Yeah.
Okay.
You are adjusted to flank.
I'm watching it move. I'm like, wait, where's it going? I don't
I
understand.
can't see. I can't. I'm just walking by the gun. Okay. I love Cat's Grace, so this is gonna be, and flanking's +2, correct? Or is that not the thing in this game?
Yes, it is.
Okay. A lot of pluses. That's 9, 11, 13. 20.
Hits him.
Okay. So this is gonna be 3d6 plus.
Attack the shit out of the motherfucker.
Yeah, big sneak attack.
And don't forget your +2.
Yes, thank you. 2, 6, 8. 19 damage.
That's big damage. I like that.
It is. And I believe I am done. What is Red Destiny doing, Frank? Does it seem to
It is
interact?
not
Enjoy ghostly
reactive.
fluids.
Yeah.
It is not reactive.
Okay.
He looks a little like whereas before, it is kind of hard to assume anything with his ghostly form, but it looks like the best way to describe it is he looks like he's having trouble maintaining himself.
Got it.
He goes. He does some. Yeah, so he attacks you, Thranor.
Yep. It's gonna be higher than that anyway because I'm a mark, but yeah.
14, 13.
That is exactly 0.
Okay, so you are down, you are not dead.
Yeah.
Lucas.
Fuck.
If you heal Thranor, he does stand back up again.
For my turn.
That is worth noting.
Yeah, I can heal one more. When I have a wand, actually, I can heal a bunch more times. In fact, we're gonna use a spell slot instead. Actually, I will heal you with Cure Light Wounds. Gets knocked down and get up again.
Get up again.
For 10.
The back of 10. Laying on the
Okay.
ground at 10
Falling,
health.
I grab you. You don't fall.
Thranor, your go.
I don't know if it's in this game. I use half my movement to stand up. I don't know
Yeah,
if that's a thing
you're
in this
good.
game. How do I lose is there concentration in this game? Do I lose my buff? I don't know anything about.
Unless it says concentration explicitly, it's not.
I don't believe it's a concentration thing. I think it's literally just you have it for a minute. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't
It
know
says the
anything
word
about.
concentration.
Oh, wait, it has
under 1
concentration there.
minute.
Yeah, so you would have to. What the fuck did you just?
I clicked
type?
on the word concentration.
and that's what it came up with.
Yep, sure did.
But
you're
does
fine.
every spell say that though?
You would have to check a box when you were making it. In the
I'll
I'll
And you
Divine
rolled above
favor.
a 17. You
No, sorry. I'm looking. Sorry, this spell. If it nowhere on the DFSRP page does it say concentration? Did I just fuck up in making
then you
this?
fucked up.
What is it called?
Divine
Favor.
favor.
I don't think there's a concentration spell. I think you just get.
I just didn't. I probably was a set when I was clicking.
Yeah,
making
it is
this
not a
spell.
concentration.
This is a you just have it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just movement stand up. I will use my next level spell. I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself as a swift action, so I get
Okay.
+2 AC, and I will chop at him.
Chop house.
So it's
With
another
flanking.
with flanking. So it's gonna be +4 to hit because +2 from
Yep.
divine favor, +2 from flanking. So 24,
That does hit.
and then the damage is this +2 because of divine favor. So 20
20.
total. Yep. Let me
Looks
just mark up the spell slot.
Really bad.
Yep, I'm marking up the spell slot. I'm down to one more first level spell slot. left.
Aster, your go.
Don't fuck this up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna wall up this dude. I will attempt to power attack this time. So my pluses are 9 here, 11 with cats, and then -1, right, for power attack?
I believe we're up to 2 because I think power attack is leveled up by now, right?
I'll look up power attack. It's no, our BAB is our BAB 4. I don't know.
My
what
BAB is not 4. My BAB is 4.
Yeah, so it's still -1.
So -1, so it's 8, 12. So 24.
That'll hit it.
Still flanking, correct?
You are still flanking.
Flanking, sneaky. Okay, cool. And this is 2, 6, 8, 10 from power attack. Okay. 25.
Okay. It dies again.
Sad.
As you strike down, you see the face of Klein Merrick just kind of he's looking right at you.
I
And
know.
you see this face of Klein Merrick just kind of he goes from angry to almost like sad and like somber as he feels Aster's blade just stick him in the back. And for a moment, he goes from being this ghastly form to being almost very human looking, right? And then he just kind of lets out this gasp, lets out this nice gasp as he just dissipates and he dissipates into a wisp and just kind of floats off, right? He just fades. Yeah. So he's gone for now.
Was this the thing? Asking Lucas the psychic significance? Was this the thing leading you down the path?
Frank?
No.
No.
Okay.
This is a different thing. You still look hurt, right?
Yeah, I have 2 seconds. Sorry, I'll burn all my spell slots healing myself.
Or I can just hit you with this wand. Once.
What are you doing for the rest of the night?
Yeah, it's up to you, man. I'm fine. The wand chargers are spell slots, you know?
Yeah, I know. But I would like to go have a look around. How far did we get, by
That's
the
a
way?
good point.
Are we by the new chapel?
You know,
did we just
let's
get
put it
jumped in front of the sleepless building?
You got jumped. Let's say you got jumped right here, right? Because this is the least right at this bend by the sleepless building.
We're not in the world now.
Yeah, because it would have made sense. You're coming down from Iris Hill. Rutov has to go all the way up to Fort Hale Course, and if you follow the path, it's you're by the sleepless building, right by this intersection.
Do you want to move us to the world map, Frank, or no?
Oh, that's right. I have multiple tabs open looking at it.
Okay.
There you go. So
We're
you're
right by the sleepless building.
Yeah,
I
you're
would
right.
like to check the island tonight.
Here.
But
We can go. Look, I'm not. Listen. You take out your wand. And I'm like, no, and I'll just burn the rest of my spell slots healing, and we'll continue on. And Rutov will come at some point.
This doesn't seem.
We just no more fighting tonight, and I'll cough.
Okay. And Rutov shows up eventually.
Was there
And-
anything left of the Revenant?
Good point. Yeah.
Nothing you see.
And second level spells is 1d8 plus what number for cure wounds?
Your caster level.
It's caster level.
Okay. What are we level? What
That's
level are we?
4.
Okay.
For cure light wounds, that's 1d8 plus caster level. Yes.
Yeah. And then that's for first level and second level, or?
Second level, you can cast cure moderate wounds.
So you should have cure moderate wounds. because-
Wait, maybe he doesn't actually.
I mean, you can take 15 minutes to pray
It's
for it.
a Let me look.
Do you just take off the cleric list?
I have to double check. He might
It's written on War Priest. It's
because he's got fake cantrips and he could always turn them. He could always turn his. He can always turn his spells into
Yeah, he
cure
can
wounds.
channel.
I don't know.
Yeah,
what-
the War Priest can expend any prepared spell that isn't an Orison to cast any cure spell of the same spell level or lower.
Yes, so you can cast cure moderate wounds if you have a level 2 spell slot.
I have 2 level 2 spell slots.
You may cast 2 cure moderate wounds.
And what is cure moderate wounds?
2d8
2d8
plus
plus caster level. So
2d8 plus 4.
Yeah.
Big.
I'm gonna hold that one then and just sit at. El, you healed me. Yeah, I'm at 28 now, so I should be okay for the night.
All right.
I'll mark our second level. Okay.
Rutov shows up eventually.
Rutov.
What the hell happened to you?
Well,
He saw somebody that, you know what? You explain it.
the man I killed is pretty vengeful.
Go on.
Do we know it's a revenant, Frank, or should I just explain that? Was just
Yeah, you know that's
okay.
relevant.
He seems
Especially
he was,
you with any amount of your memory as a cleric and your knowledge of that stuff, you're like, yeah, it's a revenant.
Yeah. So I don't think he'll be resting anytime soon.
But you defeated him, right? So he's done and gone now, or they come
Would I
back?
understand how revenants work, Frank? Where
Frank,
like
how
they'll
do
just keep
revenants
coming. Yeah.
Revenants will keep coming back until you find some way to put them to rest. or
Right,
you
so-
die.
I think he'll be a frequent visitor for a while.
So, we should probably find where they're buried, or
You
how
want
do we do
to
this
take
thing?
a knowledge check, perhaps, like knowledge.
I don't know enough about that, but I'll let
I
you
will
guys.
take
maybe.
any knowledge check you would like to offer me, Frank.
You may take a knowledge religion check.
32.
How do we put reference to rest?
You know that revenants have an immense amount of self-loathing when confronted with its reflection or any object that was important to it in life. The revenant must make a check. If it fails the check, it becomes overwhelmed with self-pity and dissipates.
Like forever, or like he'll be
Like
back?
forever. The only
Oh.
other way for a revenant to dissipate in full is if it kills its mark. Note, it can kill you and you can get brought back to life, and it will still be dissipated.
Yeah.
Because it will have killed you.
Do we have any objects?
We have several mirrors in that bag of Vutovs, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, I brought one with me, and we found one in the asylum.
Please hand me one.
I will hand you the one we found in the asylum.
I'll add Asylum Mirror to my inventory.
What news from the owls?
Yeah, owls are way dumber than I realized. I learned that there's ballistas and they're bad people in there, and it's all stone, so they can't make a nest.
Okay. And the owl thinks they're bad people, which means they might have just chased the owl out, which would make them bad people to the owl, yeah?
Probably unclear.
Alright. Well, we're going to go have a look at the island the new chapel's on right quick and then turn in. So.
Okay. I will keep an eye out.
Frank, how long does it take a revenant to
24 hours.
Okay. From when it died? From like
From when
the
it
next...
dies.
Okay. Start the clock.
Yep. And we'll continue towards the place Lucas wanted to go.
So, Lucas, where exactly? You want to go to the new chapel?
I would like to go down, like, past the Sleepless Building, past the Smokehouse, past the new chapel, and, like, walk down to the Whaling House and stop. And if I haven't sensed anything, turn around, walk back, go to bed.
Okay. All right.
We're having a nice leisurely stroll, all right? What's the worst that could happen?
You are walking down. You're having a good time. It's a nice leisurely stroll. You walk past this like nice little what looks like this like one room house, this small little shack, right, as you cross this bridge. And you sense some serious psychic significance coming from this right here, what we can call Hassok's studio. If you keep walking, you don't detect anything else until you get to the Whaling House. Then you also detect psychic significance there. And then if you turn back around, the same thing goes for Hassok's studio. What do you want to do with any of that information?
Nothing appears to be going on in these two buildings, right? No loud bangs, no fucking fires.
Nope, and nobody's
okay.
coming out to kill you or anything.
Okay.
They just don't seem... These are spooky places.
Do we want to handle this in the morning?
That's
I'd
up
like
to
to
you.
knock
don't
on
care.
these doors,
We
but...
can look in the windows.
Yeah, do what you want. I'm ready to
Master,
go.
could you carefully look through those windows?
Yeah, I will carefully look at it. You want me to open it? I can pick the lock.
No. Just look through the window and say what's inside. And, don't get seen.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to look through the window. Frank, do you want me to roll stealth?
Please do.
Is it night?
Guidance.
It's night.
That will take 24.
Okay. Inside, you see a bunch of, paintings. For starters, you see a bed, a small bed, and what looks like someone very clearly under blankets. With your dark vision, your low light vision, what have you?
I have full dark vision.
You have full dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay. You're able to see these paintings. These paintings are terrifying,
Oh, no.
right? They are abandoned cityscapes. They are almost very reminiscent of a certain painter or a certain artist you met at the asylum, a Mr. Xandalus. He's got like these vistas of like cityscapes of yellow skies looming over like fields. These don't seem like particularly joyous paintings, we could just say. And they are littering this studio.
Okay, so a lot of scary pictures. Do I see the guy in the bed you said?
You see someone like lying in the bed. They're like like a lump. There's someone clearly in the bed.
Player. Hey, Al, you wanna go invade some dreams? With our Invade
No.
Dreams book?
No, I do not.
You crazy, bro?
Of course he's crazy.
I was gonna do one step down and detect thoughts and try to think about what he's thinking about, but
Oh.
but if Aster comes back and tells me there's a guy dreaming or sleeping, I don't think I will.
I will tell you what I saw. I'll also tell you the pictures are really scary, and I think that this guy might be crazy.
Yeah, we will sort that out in the morning.
Oh, I guess it's worth noting when you get by the Wailing House, Lucas, the psychic significance you feel there is terrifying. It is feels like there are like children that are just screaming. That's what you like hear in your head, like crying, screaming. It is not. It does not feel good, and you're very uncomfortable.
From the
being
studio?
there. No, at the Wailing House. I forgot to mention when you were down by the Wailing House. That's the like level of psychic significance down there.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you say that, Ella? Like, are there children
Yes.
they're suffering?
I don't know, but Aster,
Yes.
same thing. Windows, please.
I will be looking in the window, Frank. If I have guidance, it's a 24. If not, it's a 23.
In the house,
Yes.
yeah, you see nothing. It's like cobwebs.
Hmm.
And Ella's still or Lucas is still detecting like crazy screaming of children.
Yep.
Don't see anything there.
Ghosts.
Unlock it.
I would like to fix this.
Unlock it, yeah. I
Get
mean,
the door, Aster.
Sure. I will attempt to unlock the door, Frank. Tell me what I need to roll.
Guidance.
Well, first, I will try the door to see if it's unlocked.
It is.
I see. I look a little disappointed. All right, let's. It's open. Let's go.
If I see you
Okay,
look disappointed, I'll say, "Did you check for traps?"
I will, Frank. I'm gonna make a perception
check
check.
for traps on the door. The whaley does.
I'm very tired. It's been a long day. Perception to check for traps, Frank.
Yep.
Guidance or no, Alex?
Yeah.
29.
Yeah, there's no traps.
Okay.
All right.
And you
I'll
don't
cast
hear
light on my
anything.
sword.
Let's move inside.
We'll step inside like, slowly with light on the sword to
And I'm looking for the source of this.
right. Or if I'm looking for movement.
This
Trust-
place is thoroughly abandoned to all of you except for Lucas, who just keeps hearing these children crying and screaming.
Does Lucas see shapes of them, or it's just the sound?
Like hears them.
Huh.
It gets louder as you move through the house.
Yeah, we are trying. I'm trying to direct Thranor towards the source.
Right, where it gets the loudest or something.
Okay. You come to what looks like a very like old kitchen. It's pretty loud in here.
Kitchen looks loud.
I'll open the fridge.
Are there?
I don't know what's in
No,
this
there's
world.
nothing. There's nothing in this icebox.
Okay.
It's
What
like
part
a
of the
very-
kitchen is this coming from?
There's like a countertop, like an island in the middle.
I'm gonna say very loudly, reveal yourself so we can help you, and wait for a second, like a couple seconds.
The crying kind of like mellows a bit. It like starts to dissipate a bit. Nothing really happens though. Like nothing manifests.
Can I start to tell a happy children's tale?
You can do whatever you want.
Is that oratory performance?
I'll take that as an oratory performance. Yeah.
I will guide myself.
Oh
Amazing.
no, there was this monster.
It's
in
not
it.
crying again.
I think I'm scared as I try to tell the story.
They start crying again.
Guys, I'm kind of scared.
There has to be something in here. I'll start opening cabinets, looking for parchment or paper or
let me
like.
double check. What fucking spells does this book do? Nothing useful, right?
Yeah, I'm looking for any signs of like something, like parchment or like a note or like a fucking corpse.
It's really. This house is really empty, right? Like this is like a abandoned house. This is like the best way to describe it is like this is the local like haunted house, right? Like nobody comes in here. It's like all the way at this like far end of town. It's been abandoned for a really long time. There's not really much here. There's like rusted kitchen like knives and such, and like
It has not been a week since the thing, right?
no, this looks like it's been abandoned for very.
No, sorry, it hasn't been a week since we. Remember, I have a thing that once a week I can kind of get like flashes of insight about a location or an object.
I don't remember when you used that.
The
I'm
first
gonna say,
or second day, but it's up to you. I'm not gonna push you on it. Like it's just.
No, I guess technically it probably would have been because you spent what 3 nights in the asylum, 4 nights, and then you spent 2 nights here, 1 night here, 2 nights here.
It's
I
up to
spent
you.
one night here.
Yeah,
Or-
so no, you wouldn't have the week then.
I would like to detect thoughts in this room and
They
see
are-
if I get anyone that isn't us.
Yeah, you get like children's thoughts. Most of the thoughts tend to be fearful about. The primary focus that comes to mind is this vision that these kids have of this old lady with like a meat cleaver, and she's chopping away.
Okay, something very
And if
bad
this
happened
lady-
fast.
These kids see this lady as this like awful looking individual. She's got cobwebs on her. She's like gaunt. She's hunched over. She's wrinkly. She's got like this evil grin. And she's got like boils and like pimples on her face and such. Like this is a terrifying hag. And she's just hacking away at some type of meat.
Do I think the children were here, or is this just like them imprinting this place with this memory of somebody who lived here when it was scary to them? Like, which way does this go?
This, with the psychic significance you're getting, seems like this is like haunted. Like these kids like died here.
All right, well, we need an exorcist for this, and I can't do that. Anyone else have any ideas?
Did you tell us that it's like a hag?
Yes, I would have described this in detail.
Frank, as a Feywild connoisseur, what do I know about hag victims? And how to help them?
Sometimes they get eaten.
Uh-huh.
Hags really like to eat kids.
Anything about helping the eated people be not haunted?
I'm gonna say it's different in it's different in most situations. Like there's no like one way you go about this. Yeah, I'm gonna say there's no one right way to handle like exercising hag victims. Your knowledge of this is generally that hag victims don't really Like, this is uncommon, right? Like, you've never heard of hag victims or anything like that, or like witch victims really manifesting as like spirits that haunt a location. Like, this is strange. Most of this town is strange.
I will keep that to myself and nod at Lucas.
Okay. If, let's say, this house's previous occupant killed these children. Fuck me. Was there a door that went down?
Yeah. Yeah, there's
There's
like
a
a door.
basement.
There's like a basement here.
Yeah, but the kids are the loudest up here, no?
They are, but that's because they died up here, but their bodies wouldn't be up here, right?
The killer might also be down there. But you
That's
think
true.
take their bones and bring them to the chapel or something?
Or put them to rest in, I guess, yeah. Cemetery, graves, rest.
Yeah, let's open it up. I'm definitely ready. As you see me
Okay,
shaking,
and I'll cast light and open the big cellar door.
I'll guide you as you open the
Oh,
door.
I'm assuming it's
We're
not
literally in a fucking horror movie. Okay.
Yep.
And with somebody's watching the screen yelling at us to not to go that way.
Okay, so you guys go down. It's not really that many steps. It's like maybe like 7 steps. It's a pretty low ceiling. It is.
Oh, fuck, they're hags.
Yeah, it is. You see like wooden like effects, right? Like what's the best way to describe this? Like fetishes and stuff like that. It's very clear that this is like some form of witchcraft, or that witchcraft was performed in this building. That someone of that sort lived here at some point. You do see like a pile of bones in the center of like this circle, and this circle is like made up of like branches and such. These are small looking bones, right? I would even say that there's like a small skull atop this pile. Yeah. So it's clear that something went down here.
I have a question first. Hags in this world, do they eat their victims, cook them into pastries, that kind of thing, you know?
Hags have a spell called Child Scent. You tell me.
Okay. Okay.
So
And
yes,
and the
they
screaming was from
do
the
in
kitchen.
fact
yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Hags have the ability to smell a child from miles away. It is kind of weird.
Thranor, pay attention to everything while I go do something, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
I would like to... Do I have like a cloth sheet of some sort? I have to. Or in the bag
I mean,
there
yeah,
is one.
you have at the very least.
I would like
a
to collect
cloak,
these
right?
bones and very, very carefully and reverently put them together.
Okay.
And do I recognize what this circle's trying to do while I'm here?
I'm gonna say no. I don't
No?
really know if you would have that background knowledge. This
Yeah,
is
hag
like
magic.
witchcraft stuff. Like this
Can we
isn't
like
really something that's-
spellcraft to guess it, or
Yeah,
spellcraft more
sure.
casting spell? Okay.
You can spellcraft, but either of you can spellcraft. this
Guidance. 21.
16.
year. This looks like a summoning ritual.
I will share that.
Okay.
What kind of summoning ritual requires children bones?
Nothing good. Is there anything magical
do
down here while we're
that.
down here as well, I suppose? The circle, I'm
Briar
The
guessing.
circle's like the most latent magic thing here. There's nothing else that's particularly magic.
Do we know anything about like the size of summoning, where it's like, oh, this tiny little circle is just for like a little lemur, or like, no, this could be anything, including
This
like the
could be
Briarstone
anything.
Witch.
It
Okay.
could just like it could just like burst out.
Cool. Cool.
Okay. Let's... Unless someone has a better idea. Let's leave. Did the new chapel have a cemetery, by the way, out of curiosity?
It does.
Okay. Better than burying these somewhere random.
Do you want to detect magic if you didn't already?
I
He
did.
did. It was
And
the
there's a
ritual.
circle.
It was a
Just
circle.
Okay.
And not the bones, I'm assuming?
Not the bones.
Okay. All right. Do we want to check upstairs? Is there an upstairs?
Nope.
Okay.
Let's get out.
Let's get out.
Frank, before we leave, I will do one perception check or something, looking for like a hidden passage out of here or something.
Okay. All right. Give me that.
I will guide myself. 21. Is there like some sort of, do I hear wind? Do I like, is there some weird handle?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you can kind of feel like an updraft coming from below the floorboards a bit.
Hold on, guys. And I'll like do the finger to the air thing and be like, there. And I'll rip up the floorboard.
If you look down here, you see a small little tunnel.
Looks to Aster.
And this tunnel starts pretty small, and then it seems like it gets wider and wider as it goes.
I will look down the tunnel. What do I see?
Nothing really. It seems to go on for quite a ways. And it's heading, like, down.
Like into the earth?
Yeah.
Got that owl?
And which way? North, south, east, west?
Or like down?
It's down, but in this direction. Hold on, let me grab red.
Got that owl.
In that
I mean,
direction.
I could
I do
push
not-
my
oh, I see, I
squirrel
see.
to scout.
Why don't we
That's-
look?
comes
This place is
back.
abandoned. Why don't we all go? There's probably nothing here, and we'll just come back.
Yeah, but if there's just something there, do we want to deal with it now or
No, we
tomorrow?
leave. Unless it's like a little thing.
Let's go. What's our marching order?
I think Asta goes and reports back.
Yeah, I
you
might
know?
just go look, yeah. You guys have just slowed me down. So I'm gonna go.
You little shit.
Yeah, if you get caught by magic, though.
Didn't we just split up and you got like beat up by a ghost? I feel like splitting up is
So,
Look,
yeah.
I didn't get beat up by anything. There were
Hold on,
sticks.
hold on. What if we come back in the daytime?
I'm gonna go down the hole.
What the daytime?
Okay.
I got spells. We can go.
Right before I go, I'm going to cast. What is it still called?
Oh, okay.
Resistance on myself and go down the thing.
Okay. So, here's how this works. You go down this hole. You walk a while.
Huh?
Right? Like, this is a pretty long walk. We're not talking like a couple seconds. We're not talking like 5 minutes. We're talking like this is a 10-minute walk and the tunnel's still going. You could take 10 on perception if you want. It should be enough to get whatever. Like, what does taking 10 on your perception give you?
10 on my perception. It's dark in here, right?
Oh yeah, pitch black. There's no natural light.
Give me a 21.
Sure. So like you have like almost like a lot of moisture above you, right? Like dripping water. That's just kind of like dripping down. There's some puddles and such. And as you get further and further in, you hear breathing.
A bestial or a humanoid?
Yeah,
or
how
like...
loud is it breathing?
It sounds kind of familiar.
Oh, fuck, the island's in that direction.
What?
Okay.
But it's like super far.
I've been walking
Yeah,
a while.
that's like mega far. We fucking boated here.
How many are there?
It
Ah,
could be a different worm.
great. Okay, I'm
Everybody knows
leaving.
to summon worms. That's what you do.
How many are there? This is a legitimate question. You don't know how many there are.
Okay, I'm leaving. I'm never coming back. I will, do I return without incident, Frank?
Yeah, I'm gonna say on the way back with your perception, you're able to make out something in the wall, like carved into the wall that you wouldn't have been able to make out before. It was just not something you were paying much attention to.
Mhm.
You were able to make out, where is the image here? I can't find the image.
I request that you draw it for us, Frank, in MS Paint.
It's probably gonna be a.
Okay, you find. I'm just going to describe it to you, and when I find the image, I'll post it later. You find this like serpentine looking like etching that leads up to like this. Looks like a skull that has like antlers coming out of it, and it's just etched into the like side here, like the side of the tunnel.
Does it look like a human face or a human skull?
Does not. It looks more like not like a deer skull, but like more akin to like a lizard skull, like a large lizard skull.
Okay, a
With,
large
like,
lizard skull with
antlers.
antlers coming out of it. Okay.
On a serpent body.
Yeah, on a serpentine body.
Great. Okay.
Of note, below this etching, you see a fungal growth. Lot of mushrooms that are just only here. This is the only spot they are in.
Under the etching?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. And,
Do they look like planted or like placed? Like, sorry, not planted. Do they look like they're growing or placed?
They're growing.
Okay, it's not like an offering. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna return to the lads. Tell them what I saw. I'm not going down there again. There's a worm in there.
Okay.
What
A
kind
worm?
of fungus was it?
Oh, sorry. I shouldn't say there's a worm because we don't know player. I heard breathing that sounded like the breathing we heard. I think the whatever was on the island is big enough that it's down here too.
All right. Let's walk and talk.
Wait, what kind of fungus?
I don't know. It was like a mushroom. I don't want it.
Describe
be
it.
It describes
Magical
color.
Describes,
Yeah.
describes fungus. Also, do I recognize the antlered serpentine thing? If he
Sure,
describes it?
I will definitely mention that. Yeah.
That's going to require a couple checks. That's going to require a successful knowledge planes check, followed by knowledge religion check.
Those are both you, right?
Fuck, not high enough. Most likely not
The
high
planes is high enough, the religion's not.
Okay.
You know that from what is being described to you, this sounds like an outer being. This sounds like something that isn't native here. That at the very least, like a reptile skull, lizard skull with like deer antlers. That's not something that's native to any like Galarian in any way. And if there's like fungal growth that's has to do with this, or that's like somewhat attached here, related to this, then this is something that's very extra planar,
Okay.
to your knowledge, anyway.
Bad stuff.
Yeah, but why do we think the hags worship this thing? Like, what is?
We don't even know if they're related. This might have... The house might have been here and the tunnel came after, right?
True.
Maybe. Yeah, it seems very fishy, but
Do we know anything about that fungus based on the description? Is there anything special?
You can give me knowledge nature.
Guidance. 20.
Based on the description, anyway. I'm gonna say, kind of no.
Sure.
Here, this is the best I could do image-wise.
I mean, that's perfectly valid to say, like, yep, you saw a plant and it didn't matter.
This is basically like somewhat what you saw, but more like etched into the wall.
Neat.
The fuck is this thing?
Gives me like undead Nidhogg vibes.
This is pretty horrifying.
Gives you Wiccan vibes. Okay.
It's like a Leshen.
You come back up.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
up.
I'll put the plank back too, or whatever the fuck I moved.
All right. So yeah, come back up. You got these bones. What are you doing?
I would like to go. The new chapel's got a cemetery, I'm assuming.
Yep.
We're gonna break into a fucking cemetery. Okay.
Just wait till morning. You don't have to do this all
Hi,
at
we
night.
found some child bones. We like to bury them.
I would like not to be seen doing this, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you can be one for something.
Okay, I will explain my thought process to the team, and you guys can tell me.
Okay.
I would like to go to the cemetery, break in to the supply shed, wherever they keep the tools to dig graves, bury these bones in a nice, okay spot that isn't going to get disturbed. Say a couple prayers, prayer to my God, prayer to whoever is the generic God you pray to when people die and whatnot, and then go to bed.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'm on board with that.
Okay.
If there's a gravedigger on duty, we can have him do it for us.
I'm gonna
I'll
check
pay him to keep his mouth shut.
player. I'm gonna check my spell super quick to see if I can just dig a hole. Because that feels like a magic thing that a druid would be able to do. Maybe not. Frank, if you know any off the top of your head, let me know.
Do you have create hole?
Is that a spell?
Fairly certain there is
There's a lot
literally,
of
or it's like
spells.
create pit.
Oh wait, I saw that one. That one was cool.
Detect snares and pits, spit venom.
Yeah,
Create pit. You create a 10-foot by 10-foot. Oh, it's an extra dimensional hole.
Yeah, it's
Um,
also
I don't-
sorcerer, wizard, summoner only. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not helpful. Okay.
No,
Okay.
I mean you can just dig a hole.
Thranner is big and strong. If we have to
Mhm.
dig, this will be fine.
Also, we have a raptor.
Okay, so this is pretty trivial, what you're asking, right? Like, this is you have, like, Mr. McStealth in the form of Aster, who can very easily, like, jump the fence. Because it's not like you have to go indoors. It's like an outdoor cemetery, right? It's not like it's a mausoleum or anything. So
Oh,
you
found
can-
it. I'm
Aster
gonna
jump the-
pray for 15 minutes and get this spell, expeditious excavation, which lets me excavate a 5-foot cube of dirt.
Okay. Then you are able to very easily get in, right? Like, it's not like this is particularly locked. If you want, like, this is a pretty mundane task, is what I'm getting at here, right? Like, you can perform stealth checks so that nobody sees you coming into the cemetery, but also nobody really lives in the chapel, right? Like, nobody's living there, so you could just kind of, like, walk in and just do so. What I'm trying to say is, you don't need to plan it out that much.
All right. In that case, we sneak in, we dig a hole, we put bones in hole, bury, maybe find some rocks so nothing disturbs it. I say some prayers. What's the... Okay. Who does this town worship in general?
This is a church to Pharasma.
Do I know any of their burial rites? I'll do mine and theirs. Cover all the bases.
Yeah, most people know Pharasma burial rites. Pharasma is like the lawful good god,
Okay.
basically. So, like, most people know.
With a take 10 on religion for 22, I know too.
Yeah, you will know
Okay.
Pharasma rites.
I'll do mine. I'll do Pharasma's. If
Anyone
that's
else
the
wants
only...
to join in?
Yeah, of course
I'll join
I'll say one of mine, but yeah.
Just
Okay.
bumble along.
And you have the smell of freshly turned earth.
Do we? Oh, yes, we had to fill it back in, I guess.
Okay. Sure. So you put these bones to rest. You put these children to rest. All right.
We did a good thing.
We
And
did
I'll
a
like
good
start
thing.
getting groggy and be like, I think it's time.
Bedtime it is. Let's still be on the lookout on the way back, yeah?
Yep.
As you pass by Hasluck's studio, still get that ooh psychic significance feeling there.
Pastor, check the window one more time.
Still the same scene.
Same scene.
Yep.
Still the same scene. And all the way back to your house, there is no issue. You're not accosted by anything. You're able to get back pretty easily. And yeah, I think you're able to just get home, no issue, and turn in for the night.
Does anyone need magic healing? Because I got
Uh,
slots.
I do. I'm
Uh,
missing 10 total, but I also have one for myself. So
I
give me one.
have I have 2 level 1s left, and I have 2 level 3s left.
Have
I think
routine
I
to it.
think Aster and Thranor are literally the only 2 people missing health, and Aster's missing 1.
I'm missing 2. I took a 1 fall damage and
So
1.
you don't even.
ha-
Well, you,
have Rutov do it.
yeah, I'll.
I don't need healing, don't I?
Not
heal
you. Not you.
what
for
level?
Thranor.
Yeah.
So it's just a D8 plus 4.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I need. You need to roll above like a 3 or something.
That way, just in case something bad happens in the night, you have your
We
own
have
one spell
spell
slot.
slots, yeah.
I'm maxed.
Just because I'm
And
there.
now I guess I have prepped. Cure Light Wounds is a druid spell, not crazy, right?
What was that?
Just occurred to me that Cure Light Wounds might not actually be a druid spell. It is. It is.
There's a lot of people on the list, so yeah.
Yeah,
It is Druid 1, yeah.
I should actually add it to my roll 20.
The pastor. Did she imply she lives at the new chapel or lives near the new chapel and walks there? We probably don't know. We don't know. Yeah. Okay. That's
You
not-
don't know yet.
Yeah, my brain just went there
And
for a
it
second.
is bedtime. And it's a good time to call the sesh.
It is.
Obviously.
Yeah, this is where I wanted to get you guys. Back to the house. I wasn't expecting you to go into the basement to the whaling house. I thought it was going to be we'll deal with that tomorrow.
No.
Got health, got spell slots, we going.
Yeah, also crying children. What the
Yeah.
heck?
And we don't know that it wasn't like time sensitive. Or at least I didn't know that. Aster doesn't care, but whatever. Fine, Aster.
Do we, based on the psychic significance, maybe this is already said and I just missed it. Do we think that the knocking on the window was the same psychic significance as the children?
No,
Or totally different vibe? Okay.
I think
Totally
they're
different
all
vibe.
3. There's 3 different ones going on at least.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, at least 3, maybe 4, right?
Right, Revenant, outside thing, child. There's 3 right there.
There,
And then Hassox.
There's another 4, yeah.
there are.
That we know of at least 3.
Well, there's probably a
Remember when I
million
said there's a lot going on in this town?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on in this town.
Yeah, our side quest list gets big fast.
There's a ton of stuff. Disclosure. There's a ton of stuff in this town that I didn't even know was here because my group was just like, we are done here. I don't want to be here anymore. And we just left. So like, there is stuff to do that can occupy you for a while if you choose to like stick around.
Well, there's a lot of side quests, it sounds like. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing, right? Like, you could pick and choose what you want to do. There's like little stuff like the whaling house where like you basically put kids to rest, right? Like, will the stuff happen because of that? I don't know, maybe.
We'll
like-
have to go check back tomorrow to see if it's still going on. In which case, we have to figure out a new solution. But it's fine.
Yeah, that's the session.
We sleep.
Yeah.
You sleep.
GG's.
More tapping on Astra's window. You can ignore that too.
We still gotta figure out if the Revenant actually stopped or not, right? Like, we don't have a clear answer on that.
Right, well, we know it didn't stop,
we know
right?
how
Because
to stop it.
in 24 hours it's going to come back and we know how to stop
Oh,
it.
You'll
because
know-
it didn't count as killing you? Okay.
You'll know pretty quickly when I decide to roll a D100 if it's coming back or not.
Got it.
Yeah,
Mm.
because the only way to kill it is you have it look at a reflection of itself, or you give it, or like hand, or you have something very personal to it, or something, and then it like.
We have a mirror.
We have a.
Yeah, I have a mirror now. They handed me a mirror because it's going to come to me.
Alright,
Unfortunately, I don't think his box will count.
Peace.